in the spiritual way, having you in our lives presents us being hopeless. We thank you, O Lord, for this wonderful day, and we ask your blessing upon us, and safe racing will be ours today. Thank you for this perfect Arizona Sunday afternoon. Thank you for those who are here with us and those who wish they could be. And thank you for those who are protecting us around the world. These things we pray in your name. And everyone said, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, her new single, Nobody Love, is available now. Please welcome Capitol recording artist, Tori Kelly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Always touching opening ceremonies. We mentioned the mirages in the desert, the heartfelt pride and patriotism for our country, real and runs deep, and you can see it here. In 1964, an auto sports oasis in the desert of Arizona became more than just a mirage. 24 years after its opening, NASCAR held its first Sprint Cup race here in the Valley of the Sun. A couple of cosmetic changes through the years didn't change the fact that Phoenix has always been a hit or miss track for a lot of drivers. For Jeff Gordon, it was always a thorn in his side. It took him 17 tries to finally win here, the most it took him at any track at the time. Kevin Harvick, on the other hand, has had great success, winning 6 times, including 4 of the last 5 in Phoenix. Will his streak continue today? Glad you're watching live here at Phoenix International Raceway. Jimmy Johnson, who won 4 of the first 5 races here in Phoenix, but in the last 10 here, he's gone winless, starting 20th today. And Kevin Harvick on the pole, his first pole. He's been dominant, but no pole sitter has won this race in the last 8 tries. Remember Harvick, the first repeat winner last year. It came in the 8th race. He's trying to do it in the 4th race this year. And Denny Hamlin coming in today, finishing in the top 10 in 6 of the last 7 races. He won here 3 years ago. That was the last time a Toyota won here in Phoenix.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports. He has been with Camping World for over 25 years. Please welcome your Grand Marshal, National Training Director, Brad Woods.
On behalf of 7,000 Camping World employees and 8 million RVers across the country, drivers, start your engines!
No one enjoys a warm day at a great race more than the guys calling the action, as they always do. Let's head upstairs outside. Darrell Waltrip, Larry McReynolds, and Mike Joy.
It's hot, it's windy, it's dusty. It's a perfect day to go racing here in the Arizona desert. Now, in previous years, Phoenix has been the second race on the schedule. The Super Speedway at Daytona, and straight here to this 1 mile that races like a short track. But Darrell, drivers have had it so easy now for a few weeks. Daytona, Atlanta, Las Vegas, wide open spaces, plenty of places to pass or make your way up from the back. Boy, is this place different.
Yeah, you might say, how narrow is this racetrack? It is so narrow that you have to race on the apron. You watch cars in turns 3 and 4, particularly getting into 3. They'll be all the way down on the apron, looking for not only a place to pass, but for grip. And then to make matters worse, when you come off a turn 2 and there's a bunch of cars in front of you, again, dive to the apron, cut the dog leg off, slide up in front of the guys you're racing with, and carry on. So a lot of racing, not just up in the groove, but down on the apron as well.
Larry, Kevin Harvick is the prohibitive favorite, but let's not engrave that trophy just yet.
No. There are 42 other drivers. They want to end this run that Kevin Harvick has here at Phoenix. And 3 drivers I'm going to keep an eye on is Jamie McMurray, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman, all starting in the top 5, and they're sitting on a very long winless streak, and they have fast race cars. There's just so many things that can happen over the course of a 312-lap race here.
And those 3 drivers are bracketed by the Penske Fords of Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski. I'd say anybody starting in the top 10 would be a good pick to win here today.
the desert.
This is everything you want in a NASCAR race.
You're sitting on pins and needles.
Side-by-side racing, crashes.
This is a hard hit.
Keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Kevin Harvick dominates in the desert. Today's duel in the desert is about to unfold. As the cars get ready to roll off pit road, we welcome you to Fox NASCAR coverage of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, presented by Nationwide. 43 drivers and cars at the ready on a day when the mercury may hit 90 degrees. That'll put cockpit temperatures up in the 120s, 130s. Track sweepers and jet dryers, you hear them in the background finishing up on the front straightaway. As we get ready for 312 laps, here's the starting lineup. Kevin Harvick, the pole sitter. It's his first pole at Phoenix. Joey Logano looking for his first weekend sweep. He's yesterday's winner. Jamie McMurray started third last year, and Matt Kenseth, the 2002 winner. Ryan Newman, best start of the year. Brad Keselowski, sixth or better in 5 of the last 6 races here. Carl Edwards, only driver other than Kevin Harvick to win in the last 5 Phoenix appearances. And Kurt Busch makes his 2015 debut. Casey Kane won the first race on the new repaved Phoenix 2011. Jeff Gordon, 2-time winner here. Austin Dillon, his best start in 3 Phoenix appearances, and Kyle Larson, 8th last week at Las Vegas. David Reagan and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. both enjoying their best starts of the young season. Martin Truex, first time he's ever finished top 10 in the season's first 3 races. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 2-time Phoenix winner. Tony Stewart, looking for a top 30 finish. That would be his first of the year. And Brian Vickers, 15th in his return at Vegas last week. And rounding out the top 20, Greg Biffle, the best finishing Roush Ford in 2 of the 3 races this year. And Jimmy Johnson, 4-time Phoenix winner.
Let's talk to the old driver of the deuce here. Brad Keselowski is DW. Got us there, buddy?
Yes, sir. How are you, DW?
Mighty fine. Yeah, you did a good job up here in the booth yesterday. I'd be glad to trade places with you anytime you wanted me to, but on to better, bigger things. You start in 6th, best starting spot of the year. Had a couple of issues in earlier races. What can we expect today out of the 02 car?
I'm expecting a real big day. You know, Kevin's been really fast. We all know that. This has been kind of one of his wheelhouse tracks, but we've been right there, you know, top 5s, I think 5 of the last 6 races, and kind of nipping on their heels. We just need to find a little bit more to break through for a win today. Thought we had a really good practice Saturday, and guess we'll just have to find out together.
All right, my friend, I guess you know the task at hand. Take care of that 4 car. You probably win this thing if you do. Good luck.
Thank you very much, CW, and thank you to all the viewers at home. We love having you guys. Thanks for watching.
Brad Keselowski starting 6th. Today's pace car, the new 2015 Toyota Camry. Out in front of the field. And let's get late breaking stories from pit road, beginning with Matt Yoakum.
Mike, Joey Logano and Team Penske, they're looking to take it to their neighbors here on pit road today, and that's Kevin Harvick and the Ford team. Now, Joey won the Xfinity race yesterday, looking for the first time ever in his racing career, the weekend sweep. He told me his cup car very stout. And Joey, when you look at it, a stellar start to the year, he could be looking at 3 straight top 5s if you throw out the 2 pit road speeding penalties a week ago. So for Joey to pull off the sweep, he's going to be perfect, not only on the racetrack, but here on pit lane. Chris Neville?
Matt, Ryan Newman was Mr. Consistency in 2014, and he's carrying that into 2015. But crew chief Luke Lambert told me that last year they didn't get their first top 5 until about halfway through the season. He said that was because of chemistry. Well, this year they've got chemistry. He's expecting more than just consistency. He's expecting wins. Jamie?
Well, 2-time Phoenix winner Carl Edwards has had top 10 speeds in the first 3 races this year. The problem is he doesn't have a top 10 finish to show for it. Last week, for example, he was battling with Casey Kane for a top 5. He got into Casey. He ended up 42nd and took the blame, saying he was just trying too hard. Well, as crew chief Darian Grubb told me, they had a meeting about that subject, and he knows he has to be patient today to finally get that top 10 finish. Mike?
Thanks, Jamie. Beautiful day in the desert. The mercury is going to go to 90. Track temps up to 120 or more. Good stiff breeze out of the northeast. 312 laps. 75 laps for Sunoco Race Fuel. Here we go.
Here we go. And they're coming to the green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing in the desert.
Darryl, you and I were a little surprised that Kevin Harvick in the 4 chose the outside, and Joey Logano in the 22 timed the start of the race perfect.
I didn't understand that move. I have not seen that being an advantage starting on the outside at this racetrack, and I was really shocked when Kevin took the outside.
Joey Logano leads him off turn 4. His Ford will lead lap 1 from the Chevrolets of McMurray, Harvick, and the Toyota of Kenseth.
Now remember, we've seen this 22 car do this. We saw him do it at Atlanta. We saw him do it at Vegas. He jumps out front, gets a pretty good lead early, but they haven't been able to maintain, and we got trouble here with the 55 car.
Brian Vickers either locked the brake or the car would not turn. He slid up in turn 1, Darryl, hit the wall, a pretty good shot. As you can see, he's broken the right front suspension. And caution flies on lap 2.
Yeah, that's got garage written it all over there.
Look at the top of the screen on the replay for the white car in the way outside lane. There's Vickers.
Back there, yeah.
Now that's coming off 4.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Whoa. He got a little help there, I think. Was that the 48 car that was behind him?
It was.
That got into him and turned him into the outside wall. Not sure what perpetuated that whole situation there.
What a heartbreaker for Vickers. Just 1 week back from open heart surgery in the offseason. Made his series debut last week, finished top 10.
In racing, we call that killed. That's killed.
Yeah, I think they'll end up having to go to the garage area. You see a lot of damage on Jimmy Johnson's number 48 car here as well.
I kind of wonder if the Brian Vickers in the 55 didn't get out of the gas or caused Jimmy Johnson to get into the back of him like that. I'm just not sure. Didn't see enough replays to know for sure exactly what happened.
They're going to bring Jimmy Johnson's 48 car to pit road to look at that damage.
And the big implication of this, Darryl, this is one of the last tracks where you'd want to start in the back and try to fight your way to the front.
Yeah, and they haven't been terribly happy with their car. They haven't been really fast with that car. So 48 car Jimmy Johnson, that's a big setback for him, but not near as big as it is for Brian Vickers in the 55. He's gone to the garage.
Now there's Vickers' car being pushed to the center of pit road at start-finish line. That's where the only garage entrance is. Now, vision out the back of these cars limited to what you have with your rear view mirror. That's why he's got a helper directing him. Now he'll grab a gear and try to get it to turn left into the garage. There they go.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, to get some explanation here.
Just prior to that, bit of contact between Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards. Watch the 2 and the 19 to the right of your frame. Squirrely whirly there.
Yeah, well, Brad's up on the outside. Carl trying to hang low, and the car got a little bit loose. I don't know that they made any significant contact, but certainly was close. These tires are low. The pressure in these tires are really, really low.
We listened in on Brian Vickers.
Robert, what happened to all clear? Yeah, sorry, man.
Oops, he and his spotter.
But what makes it tough for a spotter here, they're not on top of the main grandstand on the front stretch. They're down in turn 1, and Brian Vickers and all of them, they're coming towards you. And it's a very tough call when they're coming towards you on the front straightaway or down the back straightaway.
You're right, Larry. That's half a mile away to where those spotters are from turn 4, and they're looking straight at the headlights of those cars. Celebrity pace car driver today was Dan Henderson, 2-time Olympic wrestler and now UFC fighter. He led them to the opening green as here we go for the restart.
Now, Darryl, Joey Logano, he won the battle at the start of the race by starting on the inside, but he chose the outside there with his 22 car.
Yeah, these guys, they figure this stuff out long before we do, Larry. They kind of know which lane they want to start in, so it's not like they just all at the last second say, I'm going to take the inside or outside. They know.
Kevin Harvick working under Casey Kane, trying to move him. Look at this 3 wide. Jeff Gordon underneath. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr. on the outside. Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse looking in.
It's just hard to stay off of each other on this racetrack. As we said, it's a very narrow racetrack. Here you see the 42 of Kyle Larson drive down on that cut the dog leg back there and slide right up in front of Jeff Gordon. It's perfectly legal and it'll be done all day.
Well, one thing I've been seeing since that restart, Kurt Busch in that 41 car, he stacked them up at the beginning and he just keeps sliding further back.
It's surprising too, Larry, because they had such a great car in practice yesterday. I thought that car would be up there challenging for the lead, not falling back through the field.
Busch settles in 10th. Single file back to Martin Truex in 15th, where he battles David Reagan in the 18, Tony Stewart, and Paul Menard. Down to the garage area, Jamie Little.
And Brian Vickers has climbed from his race car. What exactly happened, Brian?
I have no idea. I'd love to see the replay. That's a shame. This Aaron's Dream Machine was really good in practice, and I felt really good about the first lap. Last I heard, was coming out of 4, all clear. I was against the wall, and then I just got drilled from behind and turned into the wall. Seems kind of early to be using the bumper, but I mean, I'd have to see the replay.
All right, and the team is working on the car. They're going to try to get that 55 back out, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. Here's Keselowski going to work on Ryan Newman for 7th. And Brad makes the pass. That yellow line to the inside of the racetrack, that's for guidance. That is not out of bounds. If it's paved, you can go there, and they will.
That line is just a recommendation. We would recommend you stay above it, but you certainly don't have to.
You're riding with Carl Edwards in 6th place. Looking ahead at Jamie McMurray. Turn 3.
There you go. He's down. See how far down on the apron there Carl is? I mean, he is below the yellow line, the entire car.
Biggest movers since the restart, rather. Will include Jimmy Johnson, who pitted during that caution flag. Remember, A.J. Allmendinger started at the back of the field because they changed engines yesterday.
You know, the most commonly asked questions amongst most of these drivers right now, where's the 4 car?
Well, he's in second, Darrell, 1.3 seconds off the lead.
And I'm pretty sure Joey Logano sees him back there, and it looks to me like he might be getting a little closer.
Yeah, I've watched the score monitor there over the last 2 or 3 laps, and now that they've kind of cleared the rest of the drivers, they are pretty much mirroring each other's lap times. Here's the battle for 8 between Kurt Busch in that 41 and Ryan Newman in the 31. I think Kurt Busch just didn't get going on the restart. Now he's starting to work his way back toward the front.
Well, Larry, if you look at the tires, the left side tires particularly, I'm going to say they're probably down to 10, 12 pounds air pressure. It takes a couple of laps for those things to start hooking up. You can get in big trouble while they're coming up.
Kevin Harvick and company talked about this restart.
Good job, bud. Nice and smooth here. I mean, they're all downshifting, really aggressive on the start. I just didn't really want to tear my stuff up right off the bat. 10-4.
And what he's talking about is we've heard and we know that guys are using 3rd gear, particularly coming up off of turn 2 over there. They're shifting into 3rd gear, shifting back down in high down through the dog leg. But you can also use that same philosophy to slow the car down.
Yellow's out right in front of you. Watch him coming down the track. Watch him.
The Dream Factory, number 33, Alex Kennedy, who started tail end of the field after
Mike,
qualifying into this race, got up there in 4.
I couldn't tell if he had a tire down or what, but he got up in that really high grade loose stuff and he just couldn't get the car to turn and the car spun around.
And he actually was on pit road that last caution as well as Jimmy Johnson.
I want to follow up real quickly, though, on shifting, because you could downshift going into the corner and use it just like you would a brake. In other words, you come down here in the front, hit 3rd gear, and slow the car down. That may be what Harvick was talking about. Definitely want to use 3rd gear off of turn 2 once the pace slows a little.
Kennedy makes it back to pit road. 2nd caution flag of the day. Little sweep up going on in turns 3 and 4. And pit road will open.
Yeah, we've only run about 11 laps. I think most of the leaders will stay out. I think we'll see drivers near the back come in. Why not? Go ahead and get in and maybe get off sequence from the leaders.
The front half of the field at least stays on the racetrack and does not pit. Welcome back to Phoenix, where 17 laps are complete. We're under the second caution. Alex Kennedy's spin at turn number 4. Here's today's Ford EcoBoost track facts. Ford Racing won 11 of the first 15 races for the Sprint Cup Series here at Phoenix. Last win from the pole was that of Carl Edwards in 2010. Track facts brought to you by Ford. Go further. A number of cars near the back of the pack, everybody's still on the lead lap, made pit stops. Denny Hamlin, Casey Mears, Cole Witt, Greg Biffle, Jimmy Johnson, Sam Hornish, Eric Almirola, among others.
Well, on this restart now, we're going to get to see a start of the race, but we're going to get Harvick on the inside this time, where I thought he probably should have started in the initial start, but let's see.
These restarts, guys, you're exactly right. That's what this race is all about. People in the back on these new tires are going to be going down on that apron big time, very aggressive. Watch the back. These guys getting through the pack could get exciting.
42 cars, 41 of them on the lead lap. Brian Vickers in the garage. Here they come to turn 4. 19 complete as we're back under green.
Other thing to watch on these restarts, inevitably, sooner or later, we'll have a pileup on these restarts. It happens every time we come here.
This is going to be a drag race off into turn 3. Logano and Harvick.
Harvick from the inside fighting Logano for the lead. Ford versus Chevy off turn 4. Logano prevails.
Yes, he did. He was able to keep Kevin pinned down there, made Kevin get a little bit loose by sucking the back of that car around just a skosh. Harvick's good up off that corner. Not sure if he's using third gear getting out of that hole over there, but he's coming up that back straightaway pretty strong.
But company's coming. Casey Kane in that 5. While these two are running side by side, he's pulled right up to the back of them.
And
5
Brad
cars.
Keselowski in the 2.
5 cars been good, Larry. Good in practice. I'm not surprised to see him up there.
Casey Kane talking about downshifting.
Can you hear them shifting, downshifting back into 1? I can't hear them downshift, no. I just hear them when they go underneath me and they're running like 12,000 RPM. I can't hear it when they downshift. Yeah, I think that's why it's so loud. I think they're all trying to get each other down there.
And we felt like that was going to be the case, that these drivers would be going back to third gear. It's almost like a passing gear because it gives you a lower rear end gear.
Yeah, well, here's the other thing. I like what Harvick said, though. I don't know how much abuse these transmissions will take on a hot day like this. I think I'd be really conservative with that and use it when I only had to.
And oh, by the way, RPMs are limited to about 9,000.
Probably
is a slight exaggeration. Harvick stalking Logano off turn number 4 has not let Joey had a car length's worth of breathing room since the restart.
Kind of thought this is where the race would be, though, particularly early on with this 22 car. Logano wins the Xfinity race here yesterday. He's out here today leading this race. We've seen this happen 3 races in a row where that car 22 was good on a get-go, but he faded as the race went along. We'll see what happens today.
Boy, Kevin got an awfully good run off turn 4 that time in that 4 car. It'll be interesting to see what he does here in 1 and 2. Now he's going to move up to the second groove and see if he can get the run off the corner.
Will he drop down under Logano as Joey comes up to cover the spot? Not this time. Matt Yoakum.
Mike, you saw the great run by Harvick down in 3 and 4 where they are now. And simply because Logano just cannot roll through the center, Harvick gets an edge there.
Yeah, and he can't get down on the apron like Harvick can. Harvick is the master of using the apron in 3 and 4 and getting that car underneath of you, coming up off the corner.
Ryan Newman, Carl Edwards, 8th place on the right side of your screen with Jeff Gordon.
Harvick got a great run. He went high that time, got the momentum off of turn 2. And I think that the 22 car Logano says, look, you're a little quicker than I am. Have at it.
First time the favorite has led today. Let's look at 3rd place where Brad Keselowski goes after Casey Kane for 3rd. Jamie.
And Mike, Casey Kane's been about the best of the 400 cars all weekend long. He's moved up 6 positions already, saying he's a little bit tight in the middle, but the car is good on entry and exit. Casey Kane is happy.
I think that little Keith Rodden, crew chief, and Casey Kane, I think that's going to pay some big dividends for this year's over with.
But I think across the board all weekend long, Casey Kane in that 5 as you riding with his teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. Casey has been the best of the Hendrick Chevrolet drivers.
He's shown a lot of speed all through practice and qualifying.
Keselowski wants more, and he goes after Kane in the dogleg, making the pass to the inside, and they go back single file in turn number 3.
Tell you.
Now Kurt Busch, that red and black Chevrolet closing on this pack, and now side by side with Matt Kenseth for 5th. Busch on the move. Chris Neville.
Kurt Busch very happy with that car in the early goings of this race. He's running an almost identical setup as his teammate Kevin Harvick this weekend. And during that last caution, he said, guys, we've got a great balance. If anything, I'm just trying to be really easy on the tires.
I think that's what happened on the start, Mike. I think, the guy hadn't been in a race car this year. So I think he's a little cautious on the start. Want to get his feet on the ground real good. That's not getting your feet on the ground real good right there. 3 wide going off into 3.
You said cautious, and Allmendinger went after Casey Mears.
Well, remember, Allmendinger had to start in the back. He changed engines, so he's working his way up through the field.
But this is several drivers that made a pit stop. They have a little fresher tires, and you heard Michael Waltrip talking about them working their way up through the field while they could.
Fighting just as hard for 26th as at the front of the field. Now they're catching Alex Bowman in the number 7, 25th spot. A lot of battles in the back of the pack here. Cole Witt, his teammate David Gilliland right there, and the 34 Brett Moffitt. All 3 of the front row motorsport cars, all pretty stacked up.
This is a racy, really racy little racetrack because you can really run high and low here and get away with it pretty good.
Kevin Harvick has stepped out from Joey Logano. It's now a 1-second lead, and here at Phoenix, that can be a lot. Keselowski 3rd, Kane and Kurt Busch, the top 5.
NASCAR on Fox is presented by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. And sponsored by Sprint. Bring us your Verizon or AT&T bill and we'll cut your rate plan in half. Visit sprint.com/half price.
37 laps complete. Kevin Harvick's opened it up on Joey Logano, who fell into the clutches of his Penske Ford teammate Brad Keselowski. Keselowski's the new 2nd place car, 1.5 seconds back. Back at 13th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Here's Matt Yoakum for the Nationwide Dale Jr. Performance Report.
Mike, Greg Ives, his crew chief, told me you could throw out Daytona and Atlanta because those are anomalies just because of that type of particular racing. But Las Vegas and Phoenix, this is going to be a great barometer of where the team actually stands with this new platform. Now, he told me that in practice the car was good, but they were about an adjustment of way of being up in the top 5, of having a top 5 car today. Junior says the car has great grip now, but early in the run, it was a little bit of a handful.
Thanks, Matt. He's about 10.4 seconds off the lead as Jimmy Johnson continues to roll right through the field. He restarted 33rd, Jamie. He's up to 18th. Jamie?
Remember on that first lap incident with Brian Vickers, Jimmy Johnson got that left front damage. They pulled that fender out about 3 inches. Well, Chad Knaus decided on lap 16 to bring him in and put 4 fresh tires on. The feedback from Jimmy Johnson, he's looser than yesterday. Chris?
Well, Clint Boyers moved up 10 spots from the start. That car was really good in race trim and practice, but he was mad in qualifying, not happy at all. Well, he found out today that he had a slow leak in qualifying, so that's why he qualified all the way back in 30th. Right now, that car just a little bit tight.
Boyer is 20th as they all chase Kevin Harvick. And Brad Keselowski's making some slight inroads. He's now 1.25 seconds behind Harvick.
You know, we watched Kurt Busch here fall back a little bit on the start of the race. I think that was a product of really low air pressure. And remember, his setup mirrors our leader of Kevin Harvick. And this car is really starting to come alive. He's passed Casey Kane, and he's now up to 4th place and running really, really good lap times compared to our leader.
Well, I think that relates to the report that Matt Yoakum did on Dale Earnhardt Jr. The low air pressure, because they know how much it's going to build, just makes it a handful at the start.
Back here at 35th place, a big battle as these drivers are fighting hard to stay on the lead lap. Mike Bliss in the 32 comes up and into David Gilliland. Gilliland returns the favor, coming off the corner and down into the dogleg. Jeb Burton wants a piece of this. Why? They're all fighting to stay in front of Kevin Harvick and stay on the lead lap.
And then they're fighting for the lucky dog. And so there's 2 battles going here. Try to stay ahead of the 4 car. Once you get lapped, try to stay with the 4 car.
24th place, Denny Hamlin made a pit stop, as did A.J. Allmendinger at lap 16 on the 2nd caution of the day. And at 12th place, Carl Edwards and Kyle Larson going at it. They're 11 seconds back of the lead.
Yeah, Mike, those drivers that made that stop at lap 16, in the perfect world, what would have happened? Maybe about a 15 to 25 lap run. A caution would come out. They would stay out expecting the leaders to pit. But now we're getting so deep into this run, everyone's going to have to pit if we get the caution.
Larry, one thing I'm watching is they're really moving the groove up. Down here in 3 and 4 particularly, we've been right on the apron and just on the yellow line, but as the race is worn on here just this little wee bit, that groove is starting to move way out in 3 and 4.
Well, Kevin Harvick once again expanding his lead on Brad Keselowski. Matt?
Mike, that's exactly what Joey Meyer, Brad Keselowski's spotter, was telling him. With this new Goodyear tire, putting down more rubber. Now the groove down in 1 and 2 is the same, right down in the bottom. But in 3 and 4, he is starting to see it widen out much more, just trying to give Brad more options from behind the wheel.
Carl Edwards falling back in the middle of this run. His number 19 Toyota 13 seconds off the lead, 14th position, just ahead of Austin Dillon. What's up with Carl, Jamie?
Well, Carl's saying that he's just tight in the center, and there's a lot of chatter about the onboard track bars, and he's been using it, and he said it's helping okay, but he definitely wants an air pressure adjustment to help the car turn a little bit better on his first stop.
Yeah, that track bar, that's not a cure-all. It's a tool. It's a tool in your toolbox, just like your brake bias adjustment is. And you got to use it, but don't overuse it.
And this is the first year that NASCAR has allowed the drivers to be able to adjust that. They have a switch right on the steering wheel.
Yeah, and I think it takes some getting used to how much up, how much down can I do, and can I move it and make a difference.
15th place, Jimmy Johnson getting past Austin Dillon, and Kevin Harvick has just led his 1,000th lap in the Sprint Cup Series at Phoenix. He is the all-time leader. Brad Keselowski is settled about 1.5 seconds behind the race leader, Kevin Harvick, in command in Phoenix.
Let's see if that number 4 can keep the lead as Fox NASCAR continues.
American Idol's planning a 2-hour event this week with a lot going on. Judge Jennifer Lopez sings her new hit. The top 10 perform live on American Idol this Thursday on Fox. And what else, Matt?
Well, Mike, when NASCAR announced the West Coast swing, it seemed like everybody in the garage area started penciling in fun events to go to. And for Jeff Gordon and wife Ingrid, they're penciling in Thursday night in Los Angeles. They're going to be visiting the great show that I've really been a fan of for many, many years, American Idol, so it should be a lot of fun. But right now he's hoping to go there in a little bit better frame of mind. He's been battling a very free race car early on in this race.
And he's had to work through a lot of race traffic. He just got clear of that, and he's got Martin Truex right up his tailpipe. So big battle going on there for 9th place. Gordon and Truex.
Yeah, Truex, another solid day here, just running inside the top 10 right now and closing on Jeff Gordon in 9th. So another good day for our buddy Martin Truex Jr.
What a start for him, though. Comes in here 4th in the points after 3 races.
All right, who was it in the pre-race picked Ricky Stenhouse as a dark horse? Because here he comes.
I did. I just watched him practice, and they were really good in practice. The best I've seen them be, anywhere we've been so far this year. Running pretty good.
He and Carl Edwards are former teammates, and they may have just traded a little paint here coming off the corner.
I think Childress had the line of the day, though, when I asked him about the alliance. So I don't know when I get into big words like that. Mayonnaise is the biggest word I know. That's pretty funny.
Boy, Carl Edwards, he's one of the drivers I think that would love to see the yellow flag waving, because he just continues to slide backwards in that 19 car.
Restarted 7th, running 16th, under fire from Austin Dillon in the 3.
Got to be a bit of a sigh of relief, not huge, but a bit of a sigh of relief for this 17 car of Roush Fenway to be running this good. Because, man, they have struggled.
Now, this is the first track that races like a short track where the drivers have had the option of the pannered rod or track bar adjustment. Here's Jamie McMurray's team.
Okay, I'm a little bit loose. I lowered the track bar
And this is something that NASCAR started allowing the drivers to do in 2015, and it did not start until 2 weeks ago at the race at Atlanta. They can only adjust it on the right rear. This is the track bar. Pretty much, that's the little motor right there, the electric motor that can run that. And let's give you a little animation here with our Fox car and see if we can make you understand it a little bit better. This is our Fox Sports car. This is the switch right here. Now that's the radio button right there. And what he can do, he can flip that switch up, and that will raise the track bar on the right rear. If he flips it down, it will lower it on the right rear. Now let's take a look at the track bar. It's in the rear of the car. It pretty much holds the rear end in the center of the car. Now the only place you're adjusting it is right here. And if the car is a little bit loose, the rear tires aren't gripping, you can lower it. If the car is not turning it, you can raise it. How does the driver know how much he's moving it? There's actually a digital readout on the dash that he can read how much he's moved the track bar.
A little too technical for me, Larry, because 400 thou. I'd have to be, I'd be saying how many turns or how many inches.
You'd be wanting a half inch, wouldn't you?
No, it's a 400 thou.
Michael Annett slow in the back straightaway.
Go to the garage.
Problems on his Chevrolet. And as you heard, he is headed for the garage where he will join Brian Vickers. He was running 34th. 62 laps complete in the Arizona desert. Pole sitter Kevin Harvick in front of Brad Keselowski by 3 seconds.
NASCAR on Fox, presented by Nationwide, is sponsored by Budweiser. Budweiser still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you.
Caution out for the third time today. Debris down in turn number 1. That put us under this caution flag. Let's check in with our Fox Rules analyst, Andy Petrie. What are we going to be watchful for on these pit stops?
Well, guys, what I'm going to be watching for, this is a shorter track than we've run all year long. Very congested pit road. The pit stalls are small. The teams are going to have a little different timing as they come off of these pit walls down onto the pit road surface. So I'll be interested to see if there'll be any penalties for these crews as they come up here.
Pit road is open, and Kevin Harvick's going to lead them in. Chris Neville.
Well, Kurt Busch coming down pit lane, and the team reminding him of the pit lane rules, 3 in, 3 out, since he hasn't competed yet this year. Kurt Busch happy with that car, a little bit too tight in the middle of the run. Matt?
Brad Keselowski said that his car was just tight late center to exit down in turns 3 and 4. If you can fix that, I can beat Harvick. He also had a small vibration. His teammate, Joey Logano, his car both tight and loose, but especially through the center of the corner, it just would not roll. air pressure change for the 22. Meanwhile, Harvick said he wanted to try to adjust the track bar from inside the race car, but he was concerned it would take the back end out of the racetrack.
Remember, the last 14 pit stalls here are down inside turns 1 and 2. So that's quite a curve to negotiate with traffic in and out. 68 laps complete. We're under caution. The green flag waves and we're back to racing at Phoenix. Joey Logano inside of Kevin Harvick on the front row for the restart. Boy, Harvick really sent it in turn 1.
All the drivers talk about how that 4-car center off is unbeatable. He can get in the throttle and stay in it and accelerate off the corner better than anybody.
Kenseth Keselowski for 3rd. Then Casey Kane in 5th. Martin Truex had a tough time on pit road. He came in 10th. Jamie told us the car fell off the jack, changing the left side tires. He came out 23rd. There he is, way on the outside in that black car. Long way to go to get back to the front.
And Mike, this is such a short race. You can't afford any mistakes on pit road. That will just set you back and you can't make it up. But man, look at this wad.
Well, there's Truex trying to fight his way through, but side by side there were Patrick and Stenhouse and Allmendinger, who says he has a vibration.
That old 48 car, Larry, he just keeps inching back toward the front after problems on the start. He's up to 9th place.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson started in 20th. He was involved in that wreck with Brian Vickers on the first caution at lap 2. Kept making pit stops, did a stop then that changed 4 Goodyear tires, and here he is inside the top 10, and we're not even to lap 100.
Behind him, Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 go at it. Seems like Edwards hasn't had 2 laps together single file all day.
No, and this track is hard on these restarts. You get all bottled up. You can run 2 and 3 wide. You're down on the apron. The cars are everywhere. It's hard to make a pass, clean pass, unless you just force your way by.
Friday in qualifying, the 18, David Reagan, had the fastest lap of all in round 1, but just missed transferring to the final round. Truex to the inside of Clint Boyer. trying to overcome and rebound from that bad pit stop.
And Mike, one of the problems is not a problem, but one of the things that these guys face, one guy's using third gear. He's getting off the corner really good. You're not, so he's beating you there. Then he gets into the corner and you're getting in better, but you can't get by him. So it's a real seesaw battle here trying to pass somebody.
All right, let's ride with Trevor Bayne a few laps ago as he was battling Alex Bowman. And you hear the phrase, he grabbed a gear to get by. Watch.
There you go. There you go.
And this is normally something drivers will only do at a road course on a track like Pocono. But one of the things NASCAR did is they took rear end gear out of the cars this year. 19 points higher than last year, so this helps get off the corner, especially with the reduction of horsepower.
And it's a little bit more work, and it's a little bit aggravating, but it's a lot more fun because you can use that gear. You can get that advantage, and that makes it a lot of fun when you're racing with somebody.
All right, let's Kevin Harvick, 1.2 seconds up on Joey Logano. Let's look a little further back in the pack. Matt?
Mike, for the second straight year, Tony Stewart having a tough start to his season, 27th or worse in the point standings. Now, when they came here to Phoenix, they tried Kevin Harvick's setup on Friday. It just was not comfortable. Saturday afternoon in final practice, they hit on something. The problem, they just could not make any long runs to see how it performed there. Stewart right now says the car is very stable on entry and exit of the corner. He had been running in 18th, but right now, he says it's just a little too tight through the center, Chris.
Matt, last weekend, Danica Patrick had her hands full in Las Vegas. She had a race car that was just loose all day long, couldn't tighten it up. However, here today, she says that car too tight in the first stage of this race, but after this last round of pit stops, more to her liking. Jamie?
Kyle Larson coming off an 8th place finish in Las Vegas. They unloaded on Friday. They weren't in the ballpark that they wanted to be, so they leaned on their teammate, Jamie McMurray, who has been solid all weekend long. It's more to Kyle's liking. Today so far, just a little bit loose in, but pretty manageable and running top 10 once again, Mike.
Larson currently 10th, restarted 11th. We've been green since lap 67. We're at 80 laps. Or excuse me, last caution was lap 67. Now we're at 81.
We talked about Kevin Harvick has led 1,000 laps here. He has won the last 3 races, and in those last 3 races, he has led 558 laps, 60% of the laps run in the last 3 races, and he's picking up right where he left off today.
Remember that golden horseshoe Jimmy Johnson had once upon a time? I think we know where it's landed.
Good bit of it anyway.
Something's going on, look like with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that 17, possibly Tony Stewart in that 14, little desperation setting in here.
Well, they were racing pretty close together, and Tony is not one to hesitate about you holding me up. I might just have to help you get out of my way.
Oh, a little chrome horn there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Brian Vickers returns to the race. 81 laps behind after getting involved with Jimmy Johnson on lap 2.
Well, I'm glad Brian's back in the race, and then I hope that we don't have something like what happened here with Clint Boyer and Jeff Gordon a couple of years ago. We don't need that.
No, we do not. But you look at A.J. Allmendinger and Tony Stewart, we talk about desperation. We've only been back racing 12 laps since that last caution, but they are already roughly close to a half a lap down to our leader, Kevin Harvick.
16th place, here comes David Reagan's Toyota against the Ford of Greg Biffle, number 16, and Austin Dillon's Chevrolet with Boyer looking in.
Looks to me like Biffle is kind of bugging the 18 car a little bit.
Kurt Busch in turn 3 can catch Brad Keselowski, and Keselowski yards him down the front straightaway.
Could be the difference of shifting and not shifting. That's where it would show up the most. Corner exit and get you a launch down the straightaway. Now this is down the back here. Kurt could go below the, get down on the flat and make the pass, which he does. But it could be the difference of one shifting and one not shifting.
But I think this just goes to show you the talent of Kurt Busch. As we mentioned, he has not been in a race car since during the offseason at a test at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for Goodyear. Rolls in here, and as he said in the pre-race, my first run, he said, they're at the top of the board. He said, the top of the board? an amazing talent Kurt Busch is as far as a race car driver.
He could have been a lot like us. Like, we heard about all the things they did to these cars, and we always thought the cars would be much slower. I bet he was pleasantly surprised just how good these cars drive and how much power they do have.
At the front of the field, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Harvick, Logano, Kenseth.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by the dependable, long-lasting Chevy Silverado and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything they learned making tires for the grueling demands of NASCAR inspires what rolls into yours. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Looking down on the leader with Michael Waltrip, Chris Myers watching with you. Lap 93 of 312, and Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano have led the entire way. Those two, no surprise. Harvick, Logano, they lead most laps for this entire season across the racing we've had. And there's history between the two, going back to Pocono 2010, the Unlimited this year, where they got at each other and have aggravated each other and have been successful racing against each other.
There's been scrapes, there's been spins, but Logano's really making a statement in 2015. He won our biggest race on our biggest track, the Daytona 500. Yesterday in the Xfinity Series, he beat Kevin Harvick and the others and won on our littlest track this year. Good season for Logano.
Jimmy Johnson, a four-time winner in Phoenix, but hasn't won in the last 10 runs here. He did win earlier this year in Atlanta when he started 37th. Michael, he's worked his way from 20th, working his way inside the top 10.
Yeah, he went all the way back to 42nd when he pitted on lap 2 because of contact with Brian Vickers, steadily working his way through the field. A lot of times, Chris, when you got to pass cars, you really work on that car. You make adjustments in the pit area that might pay off when you get to the front.
Brad Keselowski already had a win at this point last season, came back from that pit penalty at Las Vegas last week for his best finish of the season. That was 7th place. Looks like he has a car capable of winning or at least staying with Harvick and Logano today.
Watch him shift gears. Brad's a worker inside of that car. He's got a fast. He's my pre-race favorite. I thought he was the one that could beat Kevin Harvick today.
And Matt Kenseth has not been near the front. We've talked about Toyota not having a win in the last 29 races. What are his chances today? His first season with Joe Gibbs Racing, a couple of years ago, he led led all drivers with 7 wins.
Yeah, he's fading here today a bit. He's in the top 5. He's the only Toyota inside the top 10, but that car doesn't look like it's got long range run speed. With this race running 70, 80 laps, he looks like he fades a bit.
Casey Kane currently 6th. He's been as high as 3. Best qualified of the Hendrick Chevrolets coming in. He's yet to lead a lap this season.
But a lot of people pick this car down in the garage area to be a guy that you're going to have to beat to win today. And we've seen steady speed out of his car. Just needs an adjustment to be able to get up there and run with Harvick.
And the last Toyota win here that in Phoenix was Denny Hamlin. That was 3 years ago. He's been 19th. He's struggling a little bit at 30th. What do you think?
He sat on the pole here last fall, but went a lap down twice, Chris, and raced his tail off for his championship life. Today, the same thing continues. It's a struggle. Back in the 27th position and already in danger of going a lap down.
Harvick and Logano putting on a show. Who will catch them over the final 200-plus laps of this race? You're watching NASCAR on Fox, live from Phoenix, Arizona. More in a moment. NASCAR on Fox, presented by Nationwide, is sponsored by Cialis. And by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of NASCAR. Coca-Cola, open happiness.
1/3 distance in Phoenix, Kevin Harvick leading. Sprint will cut your rate plan in half. Bring Sprint your Verizon or AT&T bill. Turn in your old phone. They'll cut your rate plan in half at a Sprint retail store or sprint.com/half price. Kevin Harvick has led the most laps in all the last 3 races here, not counting today. He's led 79, Joey Logano 25 so far. 208 laps to go. We're exactly 1/3 distance.
And Mike, when you look at Kevin Harvick, the streak that he's on right now, if you look at the last 3 races of last year, the first 3 this year, 6 consecutive top 2 finishes. That's not been accomplished in 19 years since Jeff Gordon did it back in 1996.
And I'm watching those first 4 cars there. I'm watching their lap times, which I love to do. Harvick ran a 27:29. Logano just ran a 26. Kurt Busch just ran a 30. And Keselowski just ran a 55, so they're really close to each other.
All right, here's Matt on the leader.
Mike DW talked earlier, with a car this good, just don't beat yourself. And Rodney Childers about 5 laps ago told Harvick there was a small piece of debris on the grill. Keep an eye on your temperatures. Harvick told him where the water temperature was, which at this point is fine, but he is keeping an eye on the gauge.
Well, he drove up behind Alex Bowman in the air pressure differential, close up behind the number 7 Chevrolet. Got that piece off the grill. Back at 21st, A.J. Allmendinger moving back up in the running order. Chris?
Well, Mike, he had to start the back today because of an engine change, and during this race he's been talking about an engine vibration. He says it's sporadic, so the team kind of scratching their heads with that one. Also, he said the front end of that car just doesn't feel like it's working at all.
Now, he did get some time with this engine. They had to change it between the 2 practice sessions yesterday.
You know, back to our leader, Kevin Harvick, we were, I heard an interview he did, and he said, we are going to ride this wave as long as we can. And one thing he pointed out, and I hadn't thought much about, he said when Rodney and he came over to Stewart-Haas, they didn't inherit anything. They didn't inherit cars, trucks, people. Rodney built this team from scratch. Everything brand new, cars, hauler, people, and it's a Rodney Childress put together race team.
And did a great job of it. Watch Martin Truex Jr. in that 78. They had a problem on pit road. The car fell off the jack, changing left side tires. Truex restarted 22nd. He just passed Kyle Larson for the 11th position.
Yeah, I believe
marching forward.
Yeah, I believe Martin Truex Jr. in this 78. He likes the fact that this race is in a long green flag run right now, because it seems to me that's what he has. He told us the other day, he said, the thing I'm the proudest about my race team is the fact that we seem to be better in the last part of the race. We make the right adjustments.
And that's how you get those great finishes. Now, you saw Truex cut the corner on the dogleg in the back straightaway. Number of drivers talking about doing that.
The dogleg at Phoenix actually brings a huge question mark in the equation of how do you run this racetrack.
I like staying up on the dogleg. It's a rough ride down there, but if you have to use it, you have to, and you go down there and slam through it.
It cuts a little bit of distance off, but man, it's hard on everything in that car. I mean, it just feels like everything flexes, hits the ground, sparks are flying. Try not to do that.
I think it's desperation. I think when you make that move, it's because you have no other option. You have to do it. These cars have no ride height rule. They're running right on the track. That transition on and off from the banking down on the flat back up on there is just what they said. It will tear your race car up if you don't do it right. And if you do it often, for sure.
.200 laps to go in the CampingWorld.com 500 at Phoenix. Kevin Harvick in front of Joey Logano by 2.9 seconds. And let's have a look back at 13th position, 13 seconds behind the leader, and go for an inside ride. We'll do that in a little bit here with Dale Earnhardt Jr. We just lost the in-car camera feed. We'll see if that comes back here in just a little bit.
But, you know, Mike, so many fans were a little concerned about Greg Ives and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Darrell talked about him in the pre-race show. But quietly, look at their start. First 3 races, top 4 finishes for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88 team.
As I said in the pre-race show, I know Dale Jr. pretty good, and when he's cutting up and messing with the crew chief on the radio and, yeah, hey, well, look at your gauges, I don't do that. That's when he's having fun, and that's when he's at his best, I think.
Jamie McMurray now being challenged by Jimmy Johnson, who restarted 9th and is now making his first position pass since the restart. Jamie?
Well, yesterday in final practice, Jimmy said the car is comfortable, but it's not fast enough. Well, that's the problem right now, especially at the beginning of a run. He said the car feels comfortable, but evidently it's not good. So Chad Canal's telling him you're 4/10 off the leaders. In the last 10 laps, he's picked it up. The car is getting better the longer they run as he works his way into the top 5. Neville?
Well, we heard Jamie McMurray talking about adjusting his track power earlier. That car very loose entering the corner, and he's saying every time he makes an adjustment, the car just not changing. So the only thing he can do is try and slow down a little bit more as he's entering the corner. And you can see he's losing positions.
Like I said, that is not a cure-all. It's a tool. It can help.
Oh, boy.
Trouble. Turn 9.
Sam Hornish, who has 2 IndyCar wins here, going for a spin to bring the caution out for the 4th time at lap 117.
I think I thought I saw the right rear looked. Yeah, there you go.
You'll see him come off turn number 2, and apparently, Darrell, that's where that right rear lets go.
Right rear tire or left rear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely the right rear tire let go on him.
That 40 picked up 2/10 every time we pass it. In front of you. Right in front of you, go high there, go high.
Now, Harnish was the last car on the lead lap when this happened. There's race leader Kevin Harvick, the second car to come by.
See the roof flaps deploy, which they do at a very low speed. Now you saw the flaps in front of the windshield. All good stuff.
Pit road is open, Chris.
Well, Kurt Busch lost 4 spots on that last stop, but he made them up during that last run, and he's saying at this point in time that car a little bit loose. Also, the steering getting a little bit tight. Matt?
Chris, on the first run, Kevin Harvick's car just tightly, just barely. They made a small air pressure change. Nothing for the Ford this time. Meanwhile, the 2 of Brad Keselowski, he said the changes made the car much worse. He needs help, especially on exit. Joey Logano, his teammate, said the changes definitely helped my car. Started out a little bit free, but it was better as the run carried on.
Brad Keselowski wins the race off pit road. With that 2-tire change, here's a look at it. Under caution once again in Phoenix.
NASCAR on Fox, presented by Nationwide, is sponsored by KFC, the world's best chicken. How do you, KFC? Good time for a KFC race break. Live here from Phoenix, Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick, who each have won a race this year, have been battling throughout the young season, and today no exception. Even though it was Harvick on the pole, Logano leading the first few laps. Harvick has led the most laps. In fact, these two have led all but 2 laps. Brad Keselowski owning those. On lap 47, history made. Harvick joining the 1,000 laps led club here at Phoenix International Raceway. The most for Happy Harvick. Keselowski in the mix as well. But with pit stops moments ago, last year in each of the Phoenix race, Michael, there was only 1 pit road speeding penalty in each of those. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just got labeled for one of those.
Yeah, he's going to go to the back, and you can't afford those mistakes, especially as we get past halfway. It's so hard to pass here on this racetrack, and that's why I like the gamble that Paul Wolfe, Brad Keselowski's crew chief, just made. They got 2 tires, as did other competitors, putting Harvick back outside of the top 5 or right on the back end of the top 5. That's a good call. We got to gamble here, and that's what Dale Jr. was doing on entering. He was just gambling a little bit and got caught.
And Harvick has been in the top 5 all afternoon, so is it too early to go for the 4 tires? Why the gambling?
I just think it's important to try to figure out a way to get track position. It's so difficult to pass here, and when you have that track position, if you've got a good enough car to keep it, you can extend how much time you spend out front. And you want to put the guy that's dominant in the back. And they got 2 tires and got him back to 5th now.
Harvick, the heavy favorite coming in. Joey Logano has shown he can go with him. Who else should we look for to chase down Harvick over the remaining laps in this race?
Well, Truex was just really impressive, racing from outside the top 20 up toward the top 10 after a bad pit stop. Casey Kane is another guy that I really like. That car seems to be getting better and better. He could be a real challenger before the day's over.
And it's been 8 races since the pole sitter has won the race here in Phoenix. Kevin Harvick trying to do that, starting on the pole, currently running 5th. That's your KFC race break. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Cleanup still going on the back straightaway. Brad Keselowski's 2-tire change was fortuitous for a couple of reasons. Let's have a look.
Well, he almost got in trouble right here. You make a fast stop and you get ready to go and somebody comes in a little bit late like Stewart did. Now you almost got blocked in. Cost him a little bit of time.
2 red, 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 2 red. All good, man. All right.
And what he's talking about, 2 red, is the tachometer. These tachometers have lights on them that tells Brad exactly how fast he's running, where he does not exceed pit road speed limit, which they give him up to 49.999. So that was his spotter, Joey Meyer, pretty much reminding him about those lights.
Yeah, the 2 red on the tach. Good news is Keselowski's leading the race. Bad news is the 4 car, and with 2 tires. Bad news is the 4 car is running 5th, and he has 4 brand new tires to year 2. So short-term gain, probably I think a long-term loss.
May have been problems in A.J. Allmendinger's pit. Chris?
Yeah, Mike, just checked in with that team. One of the crewmen down here, the jack man, Mike Klein, he came back over the wall, and they ended up taking him to the infield care center. It looks like possible an Achilles injury. They're going to assess that over at the infield care center and see what they have to do there.
Thanks, Chris.
The other thing, Mike and Larry, it's hot today. I know yesterday in the Xfinity race, some of those guys, when the race was with, they were exasperated. They had to have oxygen and fluids to recover. Hot out there today.
Getting ready to restart in 1 lap. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got a speeding penalty, too fast entering.
It was hopping. I didn't think it was over. Got to hopping a little bit, but most I saw in the hops was 3 lights. I sit on 2 lights for a lot.
And again, he's talking about those lights on the tach. They don't even look at the needle showing them how many RPM they're turning. They just look at the lights.
2 reds, good. 3 reds, no good.
Coca-Cola, official soft drink of NASCAR. Here's a look at how the Coca-Cola racing family is performing today, led by Ryan Newman. All of them among the 28 cars that are on the lead lap. 7 cars took the wave around for this restart. All of them at least a lap down.
The one thing Brad Keselowski could have going for him here in the early going, taking those 2 tires, he has a few friends that did the same thing. Ryan Newman, Jamie McMurray in the 1, and Martin Truex Jr. in the 78. Kevin Harvick in that 4 is going to restart inside 3rd row and 5th.
Yeah, I like where he's restarting down on the bottom there. I think that'll be a bit of a plus for Kevin Harvick.
Green flag. Bye-bye, Brad.
Whoa,
wow. And look at Martin Truex up there for 2nd.
Yeah, well, I'm looking back there at Kevin Harvick, and he is in a fight with the 42 of Larson and Kurt Busch right on his bumper. He got all wadded up over there. Whoa! Contact.
Kyle Larson almost got turned around. Now he's stuck up on the outside.
That almost looked like what happened with Jimmy Johnson and Brian Vickers on the start there. Got a little contact down the straightaway. Got squirrely, but Harvick was in a mess. He had to get out of there.
And that's the thing that we talked about at the top of the show. It's a long race. Something like that could happen to the man that they were almost ready to engrave the trophy before the race.
And that's that location. That's the view the spotters have. Straight on. They're looking at the headlights. It is very hard to judge a car clear coming off turn 4 when the spotters are down in turn 1.
Harvick's in a precarious situation. I'll tell you why. When you've got a car that you know can win this race, is going to win this race if nothing goes wrong, you have to be so careful not to make a mistake and beat yourself. I think he was cautious on that restart, got him in trouble.
What do you often say, Darrell? Sometimes trying to stay out of trouble, you create trouble.
Yeah. when you do the unexpected, that's when you get in trouble. When people expect you to do one thing, you do something else, you can get in trouble.
Jeff Gordon on Austin Dillon, that's for 12th place. Jimmy Johnson looking in with Paul Menard. And let's go back and review that restart. Watch the 42 there of Larson.
Watch your bottom here. Got one inside.
Now you saw those cowl flaps right at the base of the windshield on Kevin Harvick's car come up. That's part of the aero package that helps sits the car down if it gets sideways. The reason they came up, you talked about the air pressure change on the front of the car. When he was pushing that 42 car, it changed the air pressure under the hood and caused them to pop up.
Yeah, air gets under the car and blows them open, and that's when the nose is up off the ground just enough that air gets under there and blows them open. That's why it's so important to keep the thing right down against the racetrack.
So, Matt, what did Harvick say happened?
Once that situation settled down, he told his spotter, Timmy Fedua, tell the 42 of Larson that we all got stacked up, and that's what happened there.
At least he saw it the same way we did, you know. No disagreement there.
Justin Allgaier on the outside of Danica Patrick. And back straightaway, Kevin Harvick continues to move up. He just passed Joey Logano, top of your screen, and that is for 6th place.
I said a little bit ago, I know it. Right now we're watching the battle right here between Danica Patrick and Allgaier there in the 51 car. Got a battle over here with Kyle Larson and Casey Kane. We got battles going on everywhere while the 4 car up at the top is trying to chase the leaders back down.
That one was for 9th place. Now here comes Denny Hamlin. Haven't seen much of Hamlin today as he fights for 23rd.
Yeah, he's been mired way back in the pack. He was on the almost on the verge of going a lap down. You know, a car though, Larry, I know he's only got 2 tires, and I think we'll see how that works out as Brad Keselowski. But when Brad was coming up through the field a little bit, I mentioned to you, that's a guy I would be concerned about. Brad's hungry, got off to a bad start. He likes this racetrack. He had 2 top 5s here last year, and that Penske Ford, the 2 car, looks pretty fast to me today. That'd be a guy I'd be a little concerned about.
And yeah, here's Martin Truex Jr. in that 78. You just saw him in 2nd. He changed his right side tires. Here's a battle that continues between Greg Biffle in the 16 as Boyer in the 15 goes under him. That's a battle for 18th.
Well, I think we got to give a big attaboy to the 78 bunch, Cole Pern, to take 2 tires, get that track position, gain back all they lost on the last pit stop. That's a pretty good call right there.
When they had their problem, Truex gained 11 positions on the racetrack on the restart. The caution comes out. Cole Pern and that team gain them another 8 positions on pit road with that change.
And that's the mark of a really good race team. They didn't throw up their hands and say, well, we're done. Fell off the jack, 23rd, might as well go home. They fought back. Now they're running 2nd.
Kevin Harvick moves to 5th. His teammate Kurt Busch now running in 8th. Chris?
Mike, Kurt Busch lost 6 spots on that last pit stop there, mainly because they took 4 tires, but he's also reporting he's having some power steering issues in that car. At speed, not a problem, but in pit lane, he said the steering in that car very stiff. Matt?
Chris, Greg Ives told me he didn't have much experience with the win and you're in mentality racing in Xfinity a year ago. But he says that is his style. He likes to play on the aggressive side. After being flagged for speeding on pit road, Junior told Greg, now is your chance to get a little crazy with strategy. Let's start thinking outside the box, Jamie.
And Martin Truex Jr., you guys mentioned him up to the 2nd spot. They've had a great weekend, a fast car. They experimented with something in qualifying. It didn't pay off, and that was the only downside to the last 3 days. Now, you guys talked about that first stop, that they had an issue with the jack. They replaced the jack. They hit their marks on the 2nd stop, gained 7 spots, and he's up to 2nd. Guys, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not contending for the win at the end of this.
Neither would I, Jamie. I agree with you 100%. About Kurt Busch's power steering issue, I mentioned low air pressure. When you run the tires really, really low, and particularly the left sides, your steering sometimes will feel like it's locking up because it takes a little bit more effort on the steering to make the wheels turn. I've had that happen before where it just felt like it was locking up on low air pressure.
And here's Matt Kenseth in the 20 car right now, running in the 3rd position. He's one of 8 drivers that changed just right side tires on that last stop. And I think that's what Dale Earnhardt Jr. is trying to tell Greg Ives that Matt was just talking about.
Now each week tune into Race Day on Fox Sports 1. Today, the Advanced Auto Parts Driver Spotlight was Ryan Newman. They'll have one each week on race day. Before the race starts, they'll get you up to speed, and only on Fox Sports 1 with the Advanced Auto Parts Race Day Driver Spotlight.
I really like Luke Lambert in the 31 car and Ryan Newman. They really are working well together this year, better than the past. And we got a problem in the 15 car trying to get on pit road here in turn 4. Looked like a flat tire maybe.
And he couldn't get to pit road, Darrell. Too much traffic. He'll have to go around. Left sides look okay.
It appeared.
Right sides are up.
I don't know if he.
Outside pit if we have.
Not sure what's wrong with Boyer.
Well, he went in the 3rd turn and he just walked up the track as if he had a flat tire, but he may have just gotten a debris on his tires and he's got to run a lap or two to clean it off. But here he comes. He's going to come to pit road.
Yep, Boyer will pit. So Boyer will pit. Just prior to that, Tony Stewart, watch him and Austin Dillon. Wow.
Another young guy that Tony said, hey man, you're holding me up. Kyle Larson and now Austin.
What's the etiquette today, Darrell, about using what we used to call the chrome horn, the front bumper, to gently move somebody out of the way?
The only person that could ever intimidate you to get out of the way was the 3 car. And he would look, you'd look in the mirror and you'd see him and you get out of the way. What about the 15, Chris?
Well, just checked in with that team. Very frustrating day for Clint Boyer. He just radioed. He thought he had a loose wheel. So that's why he brought the car down here. He's just been saying that car tight all day. Just doesn't have anything to work with.
And it's been that way for the last couple of weeks. I mean, they just have not been able to get the handle on that thing.
Boyer took just right side tires on that stop. Sam Hornish had a tire problem earlier, brought out the 4th caution at lap 117. He is back and running, but 4 laps down. Brad Keselowski leads the CampingWorld.com 500 with 167 laps to go.
With this Fox Sports Live update, I'm Greg Wolf. Here are 3 things you need to know. Kentucky wins the SEC championship to move to 34-0. They'll be the #1 overall seed when tournament selections are made later today. Russell Westbrook finishes with 36 points and 11 rebounds as the Thunder defeat the Chicago Bulls 109-100. And be sure to catch the debut of Garbage Time with Katie Nolan tonight at 9:30 Eastern, followed by Fox Sports Live and Victory Lane only on Fox Sports 1.
Thanks, Greg. 152 laps complete in Phoenix. 160 to go. Here's your Budweiser race summary. Brad Keselowski's Ford out front, the first of 27 lead lap cars. Clint Boyer had the tire problem. He's in the free pass position, 1 lap down. Harvick's led 93 laps. Keselowski 35. And Joey Logano 25. Kevin Harvick has led the most laps. He's led over 1,000 here in his career.
I think now is about when those 4 tires that Harvick took versus the 2 cars in front of him took 2. Harvick should start picking them up a little bit here, I believe.
Jimmy Johnson moves into the top 10, rolling past his teammate, the #5 Chevrolet of Casey Kane.
Yeah, and the next dot on his radar is his other teammate, Jeff Gordon, in that 24 car, who's running up there in the 9th. 300 Chevrolet drivers right in a row.
Really surprised that I thought the 5 car for sure looked really strong in practice and start of the race.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. working to overcome a speeding penalty. Currently 23rd.
Yeah, you're riding with Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now. Matt Yoakum was telling me during commercial break, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Greg Ives actually had went with just 2-tire strategy, but when he got busted for speeding on pit road, they came to pit road and took the left, so he did change 4 tires on that last stop.
And Larry, that was a good move because that'll set them up for some maybe gambling here as we get near the end of the race. If they wanted to take 2, they would be in pretty good shape. Obviously, 2 tires hangs on pretty good. Keselowski's sitting out here running just as quick or quicker than the 4 car has all day.
Yeah, we're in a position now where you could make this race on 2 more trips to pit road.
Jeff Gordon's number 24, passing Matt Kenseth for 8th place. They are 10 seconds behind the lead. And at 2nd place, now Martin Truex, challenged by the man who's led the most laps today, Kevin Harvick, in the number 4.
Yeah, I believe those 4 tires there are starting to pay off now. I think the guys that took 2, they're going to pay the price here before we pit again, and those 4 are really going to help him.
And Darrell, when you've got a car like Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers has, unless it's late in the race, you don't want to lose this race because you got off your strategy. Best thing they can do is keep putting 4 tires on that 4 car.
Don't gamble if you don't have to. And, you know, they don't have to yet.
Help Rodney Childers, championship crew chief of 2014.
Help me, Rodney.
I tell you, I talk to him every week. Ice water runs through his veins.
Amen.
And I saw that at Homestead when he made that call for 4 tires late in the race there that won him the race and the championship.
He's a thinker.
Kurt Busch in the 41 has been hounding Jamie McMurray inside, outside, everywhere but past him.
And Darrell, you and I were talking earlier about Kurt Busch's absence out of the race car. I know he ran the Sprint Unlimited in the Budweiser Duel, but nothing like what you do with this new rules package at other racetracks.
Exactly, Larry. He's just learning this package here this weekend.
So as Busch moves into the top 5, here is Matt Kenseth being challenged by Jimmy Johnson, and Johnson makes the pass. Jamie?
And he's been fighting with the same thing all day long. He said it feels like he can't keep the pressure in the front end. Feels like the front end of the car is up off the racetrack. So he hasn't been real comfortable. They've been trying to adjust it through air pressure adjustments, and it doesn't seem to be helping. He's better in the early part of a run and fades as we run on, and that's what we're seeing here again.
And Jamie, he's exactly right. If you look at the front of that car, look how high it is off the ground. Other cars are down just touching the surface. His car is jacked up a little bit in the front. He can feel that.
Brad Keselowski, your leader. Coming up, our Fox mid-race report. Who to watch for in the second half.
Time now for the NASCAR on Fox mid-race report as we come to you from Phoenix International Raceway. And in the first 3 races this year, the leader at the halfway point has failed to win. Keselowski leading at this point. Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, they already have wins this year. They've dominated the first half of this race, but Darrell Keselowski, searching for his first win of the year, took over on lap 119.
Yeah, and Chris, I think he's the only guy in the field that can beat the 4-car Kevin Harvick. I like the 2-car. He's a contrarian. He and Paul Wolfe, keep an eye on that 2-car.
Well, Darrell, I happen to respectfully disagree. I think the 31 of Ryan Newman can get up there and do something with Harvick and Keselowski. This team is steady. They're quiet. Last year they raced within a car length of the championship. He's good at Phoenix, too. He's won here before. Watch the 31 as the laps close.
Michael, Kevin Harvick sat on the pole, and he's trying to win his 4th consecutive race at Phoenix. In my opinion, the only team that can beat him is the 4 team. Matt.
Larry Mack. Now Jeff Gordon, he's never won his first race of the year in race number 4. He's running in 8th. Alf Gustafson told him, I know it might not feel great, but the lap times look good. Just hunker down and hang on.
When it comes to desire, keep an eye on Martin Truex. He overcame a botched pit stop to run as high as 2nd. He's riding a 59 race winless streak, and that could end today.
Mike, that could play into his hands. 7 of the last 10 winners here in Phoenix, they've ended losing streaks of 22 races or more. So you mentioned Martin Truex. Also Ryan Newman has gone 55 races between his last victory. They're hoping to end those droughts in the desert today. But Kevin Harvick, the leader again from the pole, closing in on 100 laps led, 140 laps to go here in Phoenix. This has been your NASCAR on Fox mid-race report. NASCAR on Fox is presented by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. And sponsored by Ford. We go further so you can.
Took 45 laps for Kevin Harvick to get back to the lead, but he has. Sprint will cut your rate plan in half. Bring them your Verizon or AT&T bill and turn in your old phone. And Sprint will cut your rate plan at a Sprint retail store or sprint.com/half-price. Dale Earnhardt Jr. heads the biggest mover since the restart. Here's the Nationwide Dale Jr. Performance Update. Matt.
Mike working on strategy for the next stop. Greg Ives and Dale Jr. discussing their plans of how they're going to fix this very free number 88 machine. And Greg Ives told them we are going to take a huge swing, make a huge chassis adjustment. He also told Junior to go ahead and start adjusting the track bar from inside the race car, and also the air pressure change they're going to make as well. He really needs to tighten up the Chevy.
And he's almost 3/4 of a lap down to our leader right now. Kevin Harvick is coming up on the back of the field here, putting a lot of good cars a lap down in a hurry.
You're right, Darrell. Junior is about 6 seconds away from being lapped by the leader.
Yeah, and our last trip to pit road was on that last caution at lap 118. We're closing in on lap 180. We're about 10 to 15 laps away from green flag stops. Remember what Andy Petrie, our ruse analyst, said earlier.
Trouble turn 2 off the corner.
On the backstretch, caution is out.
And it's Dale Jr.
Oh, no.
Damage, the whole tailpiece is missing.
Looks like another right rear tire down, Larry. I'm not sure if that's what started it or not.
What happened there? Lost the right rear.
Lost the right rear.
5th caution flag of the day, lap 181. Dale Earnhardt Jr. off turn 2 was running in 21st position.
See if we can see what happened here. Well, we know we lost the right rear tire. Very similar to what happened to 9 car of Sam Hornish, it appears, coming off turn 2. Man, that's heavy contact, that outside wall.
Well, let's take our nationwide inside ride with Dale Jr.
Hold the brake there. Hold the brake there. Hold the brake. I think we blew the right rear, Greg. I'll let you know. A lot of right rear damage. The whole tailpiece is missing.
Mike, that's a violent hit. I mean, the car really went hard in the wall. You heard the engine rev up. You also heard him shifting gears, getting into one, and then was really winding that thing up when the right rear blew.
Hit with the right rear and then turned and slapped with the right front. And there's a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that's
and no one is out of this race. All 43 cars are running. That's an inside ride you don't want to take. Jamie.
Well, Dale Jr., you saw got out there and the 5 team helping you out a little bit. What happened? It was pretty darn loud just on our cameras.
Yeah, we've been really loose today and just left a right rear tire out and blew the tire out.
You all right, though?
Yeah, really fine. We'll try to get it fixed up and get back out there.
All right, unfortunately for Dale Jr. in the 88, they end that streak of finishing the top 10.
Yeah, they ran 62 laps, but as he said, his car was really loose. The rear tires weren't gripping, and that's hard on that right rear, just wore it out.
Yeah, these cars rely on that right rear so much for turning. They turn off. We used to turn the cars off the right front. These guys turn these things pretty much off the right rear now. Big old springs in the right rear.
Yep, fire trucks there on the scene, and still a lot of smoke.
A lot of debris on the back too, Mike. I mean, they do a lot of work back there.
And we expect all drivers to pit road for at least 2 tires. I think this is a good time to change 4 tires, but pit road's closed right now because of that.
Under caution for the 5th time today in Phoenix for Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're under caution in Phoenix with 127 laps to go. That's Rattlesnake Hill. Everybody up there with their pop-ups and their coolers. And here are the Toyota top performers in this race. Matt Kenseth, Carl Edwards, David Reagan, Denny Hamlin, the Gibbs cars. Then Clint Boyer rebounding from a tire issue at lap 185. Pit road has not yet been opened after Dale Earnhardt Jr. cut a tire, crashed in turn number 2. So now they're going to pull that car back to the garage area, and still a few flames.
And that's what
they were.
That's what they were fighting, trying to get those flames put out. And it's like you said, it's still burning up in there.
And Darrell, we still have 25 drivers on the lead lap. We're going to have about 125 laps to go to the end of this race. At least one more stop. I was saying earlier, I just think this is a great time to get 4 fresh Goodyear tires, but I probably would plan on leaving the lefts on there the rest of the way.
I'm with you. Total. There's 2 guys I like where they are. I like Harvick's pit because he's got the first one out. I like Matt Kenseth's pit because he's right here in front of us, and he has an opening in front of him and an open behind him. He could make a fast stop. Might keep an eye on Kenseth.
One phrase you don't hear often in NASCAR is garbage time. That's when you have a game that's a blowout, and in the last few minutes the subs get to go in. Well, that's garbage time. Tonight, Katie Nolan brings her fresh perspective on the world of sports and her unfiltered take on the week's headlines. Smart, funny, irreverent, unlike anything else you've ever seen. Garbage Time premieres tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, right after the Timbers Galaxy game on Fox Sports 1.
That'll be a fun show. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
You know, Darrell, in the pre-race, you guys were talking about it's been since May of last year since Toyota won a race. Joe Gibbs, Denny Hamlin at Talladega. Remember, that was a restrictor plate race. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of their last win at a non-restrictor plate race, Kyle Busch at Auto Club Speedway a year ago.
Hard to believe. And I know it's hard for them to believe, too.
25 cars on the lead lap. 125 laps to go, and pit road will open this time. Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Newman to lead them down the pit lane. Let's see what they do. Jamie.
And Martin Truex Jr., one of those that took right sides only last time around. He wants to keep it turning. The call from Cole Pern on top of the box. 4 tires this time. They already made the air pressure adjustment, and they'll fill them up. Let's go over to Chris.
Jamie, Ryan Newman pretty quiet and content today, saying that car very strong off turn 4. They did 2 tires on the last stop. Going to do 4 on this stop. So he needs some help on the restarts. Matt?
Brad Keselowski, 2 tires on the previous stop. His car swung big time to the free side. That's how Harvick got by. They're going to go an air pressure change in 4. Meanwhile, Harvick, no changes at the stop on lap 118. No changes again on this stop. A little bit slow on the left side. He's going to lose at least 1 spot to Joey Logano. It's going to be close, maybe to Brad Keselowski as well.
And Logano wins the Advance Auto Parts race off pit road. Pretty uncontested.
Well, Todd Gordon and Joey Logano rolling the dice there. Now, they did get 4 the last trip to pit road. They had definitely drifted back, trying to get this track position like their teammate did a while ago, Brad Keselowski.
The 4 cars overall stop was slow. A little slow on the right rear, and then a little bit of problem on the left side as well.
That's your Advance Auto Parts race off pit road with Joey Logano's 2-tire stop, moving him to the front of the field. Here's some audio from Joey's team.
Cars in front of me, I mean, they got some big power off of 2. I know our handling's not right, but wow, it's like a car length and a half. It's why it's impossible to pass them.
What do you make of that?
Well, I know that the Penske guys were planning on shifting. When I hear that, I would think that those guys in front of him were in 3rd gear, using that 3rd gear for power up off the corner. But I'm thinking they're doing the same thing. So he's complaining a little bit about guys having more power than him.
And that's hard to believe. I don't know if I've heard a Team Penske Ford driver complain about not having enough straightaway speed or straightaway power.
Maybe you just need to get back in a little quicker.
Matt Kenseth was 11th. He's going to start tail end, too fast exiting pit road.
And we're getting to the point of the race. You're not going to be able to overcome a mistake like that.
Nope. Bad timing.
Josh Wise pulling up, but it looks like to take the wave around. Big group of cars up there passing the pace car. Joey Logano, winner yesterday. The man second from the right is the captain, Roger Penske, who owns the 2 and the 22. Up there with a bird's eye view of the goings on here at Phoenix.
Mike, wonder how many races that man has watched in his career, in his life. He can be in 3 places in one weekend.
You just count the trips to Victory Lane, Darrell, and
that too.
There's a lot of them. We've had 5 caution flags and only 1 driver has gotten the free pass today. He's gotten it 3 times. Landon Castle. How about that? Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything they learn making tires for the grueling demands of NASCAR inspires what rolls into yours. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR. So counting Castle, there'll be 26 cars on the lead lap as they come to this restart. They'll have 121 laps to race. Logano outside, Harvick on the inside. Here they come.
That snaking around you see the cars doing coming to get the green is just trying to get the debris or anything off the tires. That's what we call clean them up.
Harvick is one of the sport's best restarters, but Logano's been hard to handle. 3 wide behind them. Casey Kane way down low.
It's just so hard to run in the corner underneath somebody without getting a little bit loose. The guy on the outside kind of wants to pull you around a little bit. That makes that outside favorable on these restarts.
Darrell, I'm looking at that 5th car in line, that 24 car, Jeff Gordon. This is about the best he's been all day long. Obviously, they keep making the right adjustments, and it gave Jeff Gordon a good pit stop.
Yeah, well, I'll never forget the race he won here after he won, he got out and he had the 3 flag. Remember, he rode around when he
tied Dale Earnhardt for career wins.
Yeah,
that's right. And Larry, you're right. It's the first top 5 appearance for Gordon today. Carl Edwards on the inside of this double wide group. Whoa, 3 wide there. Casey Kane made his presence known. Truex on the outside in the 78.
Yeah, I think Truex got a little bit too high down in 1 and 2 and lost some momentum off the corner, allowed some of these guys to run up on him like that, what we saw.
Like Truex trying to fight back from 9th.
These cars are just a little bit evil when you first go back to green on the low air pressure that they run here.
Seven-car single file breakaway at the front with 100 laps to go. How important is it to be up in that front group?
Oh, it's kind of now or never. You're not going to recover from any mistakes or anything that happens in the pit. Track position now is absolute. It's at its max.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth is still back in 26. That's exactly where he restarted. He's not moved anywhere.
90 degrees, full sun, bright day in the desert. Time for NASCAR on Fox. Crank it up.
There, 20 half back on the bottom. Still there, clear up.
For the lead, Kevin Harvick comes off turn 2 with a full head of steam, drops to the inside of Joey Logano, and takes over the front spot.
See ya. Don't want to be you.
3 abreast, Biffle in the middle, Mears on the bottom. Here comes Boyer in the 15. That's for 22nd. Matt Kenseth right behind them, trying to regain lost ground.
Listen, there's no spot on this race. Every spot is contested by someone after every lap.
Ryan Newman dropping back now to 7th. Jeff Gordon got up to 4th. Kurt Busch passed him. Gordon 5th. Busch 4th. Denny Hamlin 16th, and we're under yellow debris in the front straightaway at lap 200.
And Mike, I think that will be good news for Clint Boyer. We just had seen him on the screen, and he was the first driver 1 lap down, been fighting to get back on the lead lap.
And he's saying, finally something good happened to me today. This whole weekend, as a matter of fact.
More than 100 laps after he had to make an unscheduled pit stop for a flat tire. Clint Boyer back on the lead lap.
And I think we're in the same position we were in earlier. We have 27 drivers on the lead lap. We've only run 9 laps. The window is not open. I think you're going to see most of the leaders stay out right here.
Pit road is open. Let's see. Second place Keselowski does a fake to pit road, but stays up on the racetrack. Looks like the first taker is going to be A.J. Allmendinger. So some cars will stop. Most of the leaders will stay out.
NASCAR on Fox, presented by Nationwide, is sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Advocare. We build champions.
All but 4 of the cars from 15th on back came in and made pit stops under that caution flag, and one of them, Danica Patrick, ended up being penalized for an uncontrolled tire in the pit box.
Mike and Darrell, this is strange. I'm getting information that those 2 right rears on Sam Hornish Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. melted the bead. And that's very unusual for the right rear. That's what seals that tire to the rim.
I just think, Larry, it shows how much rear brake bias they're running on these cars to make them turn getting in the corner. They just put a lot of rear bias in there. You put a lot of heat in those rear tires.
So on this restart, the first 18 cars have 13 laps on their tires. They did not pit. We're back under green with 108 to go.
Okay, that 41 car has surfaced again. Kurt Busch. That car has been pretty darn good at times.
And Darrell, I think they've made adjustments to where he can get going on a restart as well. That was somewhat an Achilles heel for him early in the race.
Now that would be a little bit of an irritant to me, knowing that he has the same setup I do, and now he's going to come up here and pass me. I guess I'd be okay with that if I was
what are teammates for?
Driving the 4 car.
But you know, Kevin Harvick, 3 top 2 finishes to start this season. The other 3 Stewart-Haas Racing drivers, now of course without Kurt Busch, not even a top 10 finish this year.
7th place, here comes Carl Edwards on the outside in his Toyota. Ryan Newman drops in behind. Then Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson.
Kind of funny though, isn't it, Mike, when you look at the running order right now, we're getting down, you know, closing in on the end of this race, and all of a sudden, wow, Jeff Gordon's running 6th. Wow, Carl Edwards running 7th. Jimmy Johnson running 10th.
And look at this race for 11th. Boy, Paul Menard in the 27 had a run and thought better of it, while Larson and Truex run side by side.
And you see right behind Menard, that 11 car of Denny Hamlin, this may be the highest he's been all day with that 11 car.
Yeah, some of these guys we haven't talked about much and haven't really been much of a factor. All of a sudden we see them surface in the top 10 as the laps run down.
Hamlin picked up 4 positions when cars in front of him at the caution decided to pit, and he stayed out. Battle here for 11.
Yeah, Paul Menard running 13th. Not a bad run for that little 27 car.
Jeff Gordon running 6th, 3 seconds off the lead, Matt.
Mike, at the top of the show, we discussed the difficulties for the spotters here at Phoenix because of their position down in turns 1 and 2. The depth perception going into 3 and especially going through the center of 3 and 4 is very difficult for them. Jeff Gordon and spotter Eddie DeHunt moments ago had a discussion about trying to help improve.
I know you can't see it, so we need to send somebody down to 3 and 4 because that's where it's all at. You know, I know the line down here 1 and 2, but the guys running that bottom and apron or whatever doing down there, we have no clue. You know, I really need to know what those guys are doing behind me.
I think that sits Jeff Gordon. I mean, Jeff Gordon's won at this racetrack, but he's asking for some help here, guys. I'm doing everything I know how to do, but apparently I'm getting beaten 3. I'm pretty good in 1 and 2, but I'm getting beaten 3 and 4. Are they running on the apron? Are they running high? Give me some information here. Give me some feedback.
But it may not be a win for Jeff Gordon, but this could stop the bleeding. Still looking for his first top 15 finish of the year.
I'm not so sure, Larry, that that's just what he's got on his mind today. You know, just take it easy, get a top 10, maybe even a top 5, and get something started this year, because so far it hadn't been good. Another car that we haven't spoken about very much is that one car, Jamie McMurray, running 5th right now. Another car that's kind of slipped into our top 5, running pretty solid lap times at this point.
Had good speed at Las Vegas. Chris, he has good speed here this weekend.
Yeah, he's been pretty happy with the car all day long, but he has been working that track bar, not really helping that car out. And he's still saying, guys, I cannot attack the corner. The car just way too loose when I try and drive in deep. But overall, Jamie McMurray having a good run.
Yeah, you know, we heard him talk earlier about the track bar. I moved it 400 thousandths. I moved it 300 thousandths. Those are pretty minute moves on a track bar. He might want to drop that baby up and down an inch one way or another and see what it does.
That's Casey Kane behind Carl Edwards. 9th and 10th. About 7 seconds behind race leader Kevin Harvick right now.
You know, there's something I would love to. If I could go out there and sit down in a car and ride along, it would be this car right here. I mean, and it's not just the car, it's Kevin Harvick and the car. But let's just watch. He's coming off turn 4. Start finish line. Listen how early he backs out of the throttle, but wait. Listen how quick he gets back in the throttle. He doesn't charge the corner. I think that's a secret of getting around this joint. Don't overdrive the corner, but be ready to get back in the gas. Listen here. Way before center of the corner, particularly in 1 and 2 and down in 3 and 4, much the same. But I think what his secret is, back off. don't charge the corner, but pick the throttle up much quicker than everybody else is.
A wise man once said, in like a lamb, out like a lion.
Yes, sir. And that's what he's doing, and I think it's what works for him.
You know, Darrell, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because talking to Harvick about Atlanta, where he's so successful, he said you got to back out early and roll through the corner. It takes a tremendous amount of discipline for a race car driver to tell himself that. Harvick is in the prime of his career. He's doing everything right now, and part of doing it right here at Phoenix is him letting off early, even though that's a difficult thing for a racer to do.
Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline, and a lot of guys think you drive in harder, you go faster, and it just, obviously for him, it doesn't work that way.
There's his teammate Kurt Busch, 2 seconds behind. And Brad Keselowski 2.8 seconds off the lead and trying to close. 2 Stewart-Haas Chevys leading 2 Roger Penske Fords. And then the rest of the field with still 27 cars on the lead lap in Phoenix with 94 laps to go. Fox has had an eye on social media today. Here are some of the pictures that you've been posting about your race day in Phoenix. Glad to have you aboard our Fox NASCAR coverage. 88 laps to go in the Arizona desert. Kevin Harvick leading Kurt Busch, his Stewart-Haas Chevrolet teammate, by 2 seconds. Let's look a little further back in the field, beginning with Chris Neville.
Well, Justin Allgaier started 28th today. He's up to 13th. Just checked in with the team. They said it's been a great run so far. If anything, that car a little bit tight. But right now, things going his way. Jamie?
And Eric Almirola was a birthday boy yesterday, turned 31 years old. Now, as far as today goes, he started way deep in the field. They've been working on that car, focused on the center. They've loosened that up a little bit, but right now he thinks he has some trash on the grill. Matt?
Jamie, the senior driver at Roush Fenway Racing, is Greg Biffle in the 16. He started out the year with a solid 10th place finish at Daytona, but it's been pretty much a struggle ever since he's gone to the non-plate track. Now today his car has primarily been on the free side. They've tried to adjust that nearly every stop. He's just inside the top 20.
With 86 to go, 27 cars still on the lead lap, last of which is David Reagan.
Caution, caution.
And debris in the back straightaway in the dog leg. Brings a surprise caution here at lap 228 with 85 laps to go. Here's a bit of team audio from Jeff Gordon.
The information on 3 and 4 is the 4 car stays above the yellow line until after the center of the corner gets his left side on exit.
And that was actually his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, giving him that information. Now, this is an interesting time that this caution has come out because we're right outside that window, but I truly believe with what you can save under caution and what you can even save on the racetrack, I think you come to pit road, you at least get 2 tires, maybe fuel only, and you're going to the end.
So 85 laps to go, Larry. You believe they can stop now and go the distance?
I do believe it because I think you can save enough under this caution before we go back green, and I'm not convinced this will be our last caution either.
I'm trusting my crew chief on this one.
Wow.
There's the 2015 Toyota Camry that is the pace car there at Phoenix International Raceway.
No, when I watched it, when I saw when the caution came out and with 84 laps to go, by the time I come around 83, that's right in your wheelhouse right there.
Well, you saw my pen already smoking over here trying to run through the numbers.
Yeah, this third battery he's had in his calculator. I said, man, what are you doing?
What are you doing over here? California driver Cole Witt will get the free pass. He's in 28th place, and the first car not on the lead lap.
I don't see any of these leaders changing 4 tires because we've only run about 13, 14 laps on this set of tires.
Pit road's open. Harvick leads him in. Chris.
Well, mid-race, Kurt Busch was not happy with the direction of his adjustments on that last stop. They backed those adjustments out. He's now saying that the balance on the 41 car is good, if anything, just a little bit loose early in the run. Matt?
And leader Kevin Harvick, bottom right. Now, they were talking about going with a 2-tire strategy. We'll see if they end up playing out. Meanwhile, Keselowski, he says he needs more speed. The car was a little free on exit. They're going to go 4 tires at this juncture. And the 22 Logano, his car, he said that it was just a little free and tight, but he needed the help most off the corner. There you go, Harvick, 2 tires.
Close at the pit exit. Our chart has Kevin Harvick leading the race off pit road over Kurt Busch by inches. Okay, it's a couple of feet.
NASCAR on Fox, presented by Nationwide, is sponsored by Sprint. Bring us your Verizon or AT&T bill and we'll cut your rate plan in half. Visit sprint.com/half price. And by Advance Auto Parts, the brand for guys who love getting under the hood.
A dust-up on pit road has required Jimmy Johnson to pit a second time under this caution. Let's have a look right back there. Wow. That's Carl Edwards' contact with Jimmy Johnson.
One lane. 4 wide. Outside here. 14 right here. On the right side.
So the spotter actually tries to work it as hard coming down pit road as they do out on the racetrack.
Yeah, when Carl Edwards shot out of his pit, they were already 3 wide, and then they made contact, and Jimmy was caught in a sandwich.
Kevin Harvick pitted at lap 229. Last year, he took 4 tires at lap 237 in the spring, 2 tires on lap 238 in the fall. So they know how this can play out. They've done it both ways.
What do you call that, Larry? Trends.
There you go.
Back under green with 79 laps to go. Teammates fighting for the lead.
That would be NFL. Not for long.
3 wide. Larson to the bottom into the corner. Bold move there. But it's a time for bold moves.
It is. Got to go.
Not now. When?
Got to go. And you're going to see a bunch of them back in the field here because everybody's fighting for a position all the way back through probably the top 30.
Jeff Gordon, Joey Logano. 3rd place. Tony Stewart moving on Martin Truex and Justin Allgaier. That's back at 10th place.
Yeah, this is the best Tony Stewart at 14 has been all day long.
Yeah, he's been moving up slowly but surely, moving up through the field, gotten up into the, where is he? Almost in the top 10. Well, he is 10th now. I just think it always interests me how the guys that we expect, the guys that are really, really good, the great drivers, they always find themselves near the front when the race is over with.
And there you see Brad Keselowski in that 2 car right behind all these drivers. Only driver we could find that changed 4 tires.
Whoa, smoke.
Stewart around.
Goes smoke.
And Paul Menard got a piece of him as he went around and brought out the 8th caution of the day at lap 237.
A lot of damage to the 14 car. Let's see if we can see what happened here, guys. When I saw the car, it just looked like it was spinning out. We may see a different story here. He shoves up into the 51 and trying to stay off of him and get away from him, he spins the car out. Tony Stewart did.
And by far, that's the highest he had been in the field all day long.
Yeah, you
just
see
inside
here,
the top 10.
coming up. He tries to get off of him right here, but in the process of trying to get off the 51 Allgaier, the car jumps sideways with him.
And Paul Menard just can't miss him. Let's see what Brad Keselowski saw.
Back either way. Clear high behind Menard, 1 back either way. Front slow, go low. Clear high, all clear.
Damage to Stewart's car.
I'm really not sure Paul Menard ever touched him, Mike. I think he was just all over him and he was in the smoke, but I don't think he made any contact with Tony.
Good job.
He just rode him to, till he got out of the way.
Pits are open. We've only run 3 laps. I expect about all the leaders to stay out, but right now, these cautions, this is when you can save that fuel.
Yeah, this is almost like insurance here. I don't think that 14, they're going to have to do something to the right front. It was caved in pretty bad. Looked like it bent the A-arm to me.
Looked like he and Justin Allgaier were just going for the same part of the racetrack.
Yeah.
Here comes Martin Truex Jr. in the 78. He may have gotten some damage on that last pit stop. Jamie.
Well, it was actually on the restart. He said on the radio that the 42 of Kyle Larson dive bombed him and he had a tire rub. So this was a perfectly timed caution for them to change those tires and get 4 fresh stickers on there.
Jimmy Johnson back in. And Paul Menard goes out again. No damage on Menard's car. Close call. A lot of work to do on Stewart. And there's Greg Biffle. Back to Jamie.
And going back to what happened in the 48, that was the second time that he's had damage today to the left front side of that car. Chad Knaus on the radio, it sounded like he couldn't see all the way down pit road to see the incident with the 19. Now there was a big hole in the front of the car that they had to repair 2 stops ago. So this time around, they opted to just come down and put 4 more tires on.
Thanks, Jamie. 74 laps to go. Sprint will cut your rate plan in half. Bring them your Verizon or AT&T bill. Turn in your old phone at a Sprint retail store or sprint.com/half price. 6 straight top 2s for Kevin Harvick, most since '96. The record, Richard Petty, 11 top 2 finishes in a row, 1975. Now to Chris Neville on the current runner-up.
Mike, Kurt Busch pretty calm on the radio all day long, but now as we're getting close to the end of this race, and I think he can see that victory lane is in sight, he's getting a little bit more tense with his radio communication with the team, saying that last restart, the car just way too loose. However, crew chief Tony Gibson said, hey, we got to let those air pressures come up. This thing is going to be good.
Thanks, Chris. Chevy running 1-2. Harvick and Kurt Busch. See why one of the most revered names in NASCAR. Trust the most winning name in NASCAR at Chevy.com/Dale Jr.
Yeah, actually teammates running 1-2 as well. So, and I think it's interesting, and I think it's notable that when this weekend started, that Tony Gibson and Kurt Busch said that they have the setup from the 4 car in their car. That's what they were going to race this weekend. And obviously it's a good setup.
Now Tony Stewart tried the setup that's under the number 4 and found it undrivable for his style.
Yeah, and they made major changes yesterday. You just saw the shot of Tony Gibson. Tony Gibson and Kurt Busch got to work together the final 3 races of last year, and I think we knew right then Tony Gibson is exactly what Kurt Busch needed.
Well, what happened to cause this caution? Here's Justin Allgaier and team.
I didn't think I crowded him, but you know how it is. You can't really see the yellow line when there's somebody inside of you, but I was trying to do everything I could to give him enough room.
He and Stewart going for the same point on the racetrack.
Well, I think he did. I don't think he did anything wrong necessarily. And Kevin, or Justin Allgaier sitting there in the top 10 now.
We go California Dreamin' next week out at Fontana Auto Club Speedway. Will be the site for Fox NASCAR coverage. Cole Witt got the free pass. He had been 2 laps down. He's got the free pass twice now. He is back on the lead lap as we go back to green with 71 to go. And again, teammates battling for the front spot, and it's Harvick.
Whoa, get a little tight right there, boys.
Or is it? Here comes Kurt Busch.
Kurt wants that lead.
He's trying to be the 4th different driver to lead this race today.
Boy, he's crowding his teammate up the hill, too. He used up the whole racetrack, but Kevin was able to get back in the gas and pull away.
But look who's in 3rd right now. Big Daddy Jeff Gordon in that 24 car.
You know, that information they gave him, it must be paying off because he's picked up the pace a little bit.
Well, and now he's got a good look at the line that Kevin Harvick is running. This is the closest he's been to Harvick just about all day.
Yeah, he won't have to ask now. He'll be able to see.
Tony Stewart completed repairs and got back out on track. He is 3 laps down. Jamie McMurray in the 1 going after Joey Logano. This is for 4th place.
Darryl, you mentioned it earlier. This has been the Achilles heel of this 22 car, Joey Logano, since that win in the Daytona 500. It seems like they start fading in the latter stages of the race.
Not making the right changes.
Matt Kenseth coming back in the number 20 against Brad Keselowski. This fight is for 10th.
You know, and it is a fight. I mean, as I watch these guys back from, 10th on back, these guys are going at it right now.
But just remember the situation Brad Keselowski's in. He got those 4 fresh tires. We have 68 laps to go. He needs to get all he can, and honestly, I think he needs a caution or 2 to get caught back up.
I think he was planning on a caution or 2. But when you see these guys racing the way they are, you know it's going to come down. There's going to be some caution back to back to back.
Sixth place Kyle Larson going after Ryan Newman. Larson restarted 9th, up to 7th, fighting for 6th. May get it here. May bring Casey Kane with him.
One thing that Ryan has really struggled all day long with in that 31 car has been the restarts, even a lap or two after the restarts, but especially from the get-go when the green flag would be waving.
Tell you one thing, he is Ryan Newman in that 31 car. He's working it right now. You can see him fighting the wheel and really getting after it, trying to stay ahead of Kyle Larson.
And if they go side by side, look right behind them. Here come Carl Edwards and Brad Keselowski, the 19 and the 2. And they're dragging with them the 20 of Matt Kenseth.
And remember, Matt Kenseth in that 20 had that pit road speeding penalty back on lap 180 just a couple of cautions ago.
And also, the 2 and the 20, the thing they have going for them is the 4 tires. That could be that could pay off as we if this thing stays green very long.
65 laps to go in the campingworld.com 500 in Phoenix. Kevin Harvick has led 161 laps. Brad Keselowski 52. Jamie?
Kyle Larson having another nice rally. Remember the last time we were here at this race? Remember the car that he was around, the 31 of Ryan Newman? Remember the move he put on him? That's definitely in Kyle Larson's mind, but he told me this morning I would have done the same thing. As far as the car goes, Kyle Larson said it is good, just a little bit loose under braking, but they are getting better in the time that it counts.
Thanks, Jamie. 9th place. A bit of back and forth between Carl Edwards' Toyota and Brad Keselowski's Ford. Keselowski prevails. And here's Jimmy Johnson with David Reagan. That's 18th place, so Johnson is up 8 since the restart. And Clint Boyer, who finally got himself back on the lead lap, he's up 5 since the restart, Chris.
Boy, what a day for Clint Boyer. He started out this race very frustrated, just saying that car wouldn't turn at all. Crew Chief Brian Patty trying to settle him down for most of the first half of this race, and then they had that problem with that right rear wheel, but they've stuck with it. He's saying that car working better, and Brian Patty really just trying to encourage his driver and get this season back on track.
And they did the same thing that Brad Keselowski did on that next to the last caution in lap 227. Boyer got 4 fresh tires in that 15.
You got to give a tip of the hat to Justin Allgaier in that 51 car. He and Steve Addington, they're having a pretty decent day here, guys, for this little race team. Steve Addington, his crew chief, is a whale of a crew chief. He's won a lot of races.
That didn't have hardly any damage in the incident there with Tony Stewart, where Stewart went spinning and got into the wall and is now 3 laps down. Allgaier able to continue for 12th place, as Paul Menard moves to 19th around David Reagan. And boy, Martin Truex is right behind them, and his car just never recovered. He ran up in the front quite a bit, but there is Menard and Reagan, and just ahead of them, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin.
For a guy that, back to Martin Truex, second, for a guy that bragged about making the right changes at the end of the race and being the best at the end of the day, that 78, not today. Doesn't look that good.
No, A.J. Allmendinger going after him now for 21st.
And this is a guy that ran second. 78 car Truex ran second for a while. Top 5 most of the early going, but ever since a couple of pit stops ago, he fell back and has never recovered.
And his lap times, Darrell, more than half a second behind the leaders right now.
Struggling with the car, just not right.
Jamie, what's up?
And 2 restarts ago, the 42 got into the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. So on the last caution, they said come down because he had a tire rub. Well, as soon as they took those tires off, he had a serious issue. Cords were showing on the left front. They said it wouldn't have lasted, so it was a very good call by the team to bring him down.
Just a little bit ago, 3 drivers ran their quickest lap of this race. Kurt Busch, Kyle Larson, and 2 laps ago, Justin Allgaier. finding speed here in the late going with 57 to go.
And Darrell brought up a word a while ago about trends, and when I look at my trends of the last 10 spring races here at Phoenix, the final caution comes roughly average lap 270, 42 to go. In fact, we've only had one green-white checkered here in the spring race back in 2013, a couple of years ago.
So that's about 14 laps from now. Chris?
Jamie Mack just having a very difficult start to the season, but things turning around today. He's actually pretty happy with that car. Said it was a little bit loose on the restart, now saying a little bit of a vibration, but his crew chief, Matt McCall, saying, Jamie, don't worry about it, just drive it. Matt?
Chris, if you look at the trends this year, the last or second to last run of the day, that's when Joey Logano starts to fade. They just cannot keep up with the changing handling of the racetrack, and Joey was telling his team, when the car lands, it goes tight, but his biggest issue, now it picks up a free-on exit condition, and it gets worse as it goes. If they could fix that, he'd be much better, but they haven't yet.
A lot of people thought Logano, after yesterday's win, would be the driver to challenge Kevin Harvick here today. But he is in 5th, 5 seconds back, fading just a bit. Here's his teammate Brad Keselowski, 7 seconds from the lead in 9th.
This is the guy. Listen, Brad Keselowski got 4 tires. I know he restarted way deep in the field, but he's coming back, and his lap times are amazing.
54 laps to go in the Arizona desert. You're watching Fox NASCAR coverage. Kevin Harvick leading.
NASCAR on Fox is presented by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
Driver, start your engine!
Left side. It's all good, dude. It's all good. It's all good. Keep coming. Come on, come on, come on. What happened? Somebody ran him in the fence. It's some light traffic here. 48 behind you. He's the only one with tires that's coming. 5, 4, tick, tick, tick. 2, 1.
There'll be plenty more radio chatter over the final 47 laps here in Phoenix. A look at the Advocare race summary. And look, we've only had 3 leaders among the 6 lead changes. You have to go back to Richmond last year where there were only 2 leaders in that race won by Keselowski. But Harvick ahead of Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, and it's McMurray and Logano, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. after his string of consecutive top 5 finishes to start the year. having a tire problem and out of this race. Chris Myers with Michael Waltrip, and let's talk about Brad Keselowski, who has moved up to 8th after, remember, had got 4 tires and was 17th at the time.
And he's on a roll too. I love this decision. This team now has some options. They could get 2 tires right now and maybe gain some track position and have better left sides than the rest of the field. Watch for Brad late. He's a hustler.
Jeff Gordon, the worst standings for him to start a season over 3 races, but he's having his best race up to 3rd.
Yeah, and he's just constantly and steadily improved this number 24 car. Talking to Jeff down on the grid, he said he thinks he has a decent car when the race started, but they've turned it into a rocket. He's really running well right now.
And Kurt Busch in his first race this year trying to win. He hasn't won since Martinsville last year. 30 races since he was in victory lane. Let's listen to his radio.
We need to save fuel or anything? No, we're right at it right now. We're about 2 laps to the good. I got tools to help it.
You've talked about how his car is getting faster and faster, and with his teammate right in front of him in a Chevrolet, how do they play it?
Well, their setups are a lot alike, as the guys up top have talked about, so he understands that he has something he can go to battle with Kevin Harvick late in the going if he gets that chance. This is a car I talked about earlier, Ryan Newman. He's moving back into the top 5. That's a long run car. The longer the run, the faster Newman gets. It's been impressive to watch him today.
And Joey Logano, who led early, moving in front of Newman for 5th place. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
Thanks, Chris. 43 laps to go. Kevin Harvick over Kurt Busch by 1.8 seconds. Jeff Gordon 3rd, and Jamie McMurray 4 seconds back. Has a concern about a tire. Chris.
Yeah, Mike, Jamie McMurray just trying to put together a good result, running up here in the top 5, and just in the last couple laps he told the team the car is getting really loose. He thinks he might have a tire going down. Crew chief Matt McCall saying, hey, just stay out there, but no, we are ready for you.
We had run exactly 55 laps when Sam Hornish Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. had their right rear issues.
Now what about Carl Edwards? Edwards is in 10th place. He's the highest of the Toyotas in this race. Jamie?
Well, Carl just reported that he has a big tire shake. He thinks he might have a loose wheel, but after talking to his spotter, they think it might be some loose sheet metal. Remember, he had contact with the 48 on the last round of stops, so they're watching the 19.
Thanks, Jamie. Here's Casey Kane and Joey Logano going at it for 6th place.
Yeah, we're hearing that Carl Edwards has some sheet metal flapping in the wind, giving him a false reading. You see that kind of back there on the back edge. You can, that doesn't seem like a lot, but you can hear that and feel that.
Well, these two are still going at it. Casey Kane in this 5, Joey Logano in the 22. I believe eventually Casey Kane, and he'll prevail right here off turn 4.
Keselowski's right here with him in the 2 car. He's closed up on these guys. He continues to move forward with those 4 tires, a little bit better than the guys in front of him right now.
But guys, I think with 39 laps to go, Brad Keselowski will have to have a caution to help him out with those 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, I thought his progress would be a little quicker with 4 tires than it's been. 39 laps to go, and he's at 8th place, but 8 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, you get all wadded up on those restarts, and a lot of places where you can pass a lot of cars on a restart, here it's just so difficult to do.
Anybody surprised that the strongest challenge to Kevin Harvick comes from his teammate, Kurt Busch?
Well, I wouldn't have predicted that, but as I watched the weekend unfold with Kurt, how he got back in the car and he was fast in practice right away. And then he and Tony Gibson, they ended the year together, so they kind of know what each other can do. So it's just a good solid day for this guy, and that's all he needs, a good solid day to come back here, get his feet back on the ground.
Making minor inroads on Harvick's lead because Harvick's in clean air right now. No immediate traffic ahead. He'll catch J.J. Yaley in a couple of laps, but pretty clear sailing for the race leader right now.
Kurt told the story earlier this week. His dad brought him to Phoenix. He was only about 11 or 12 years old, and all he wanted to do is get Rusty Wallace's autograph.
Sat up in those grandstands. Got to be emotional to come back here, get behind the wheel. He said during pre-race he was a little nervous when he got back in the car for the first time for practice here, and then he was fast. And all those butterflies went away.
But I think Kurt exemplifies what great drivers can do. He gets out of the car for a while, just like when we think about Kyle Busch, his brother, coming back in a few weeks. You'll never know that he missed a few races. He'll pick her up right where he left off.
Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch, their lap times mirror each other with 35 laps to go. .30 laps to go in Phoenix. 6 Chevrolet is on top of the board. Harvick, Busch, Gordon, McMurray, Newman, and Kane. Brad Keselowski is the first Ford in 7th. Carl Edwards is the first Toyota in 10th. And there you see the lead gap with a lot of traffic among these first 3 cars. Let's get a listen to Kevin Harvick and team.
I mean, I'm having to let up just past the flag stand way early into 3 to even think about not just killing the right front tire. 10 for 1.6.
Think back to last week, about 20 laps to go, 30 laps to go. He started calling in, complaining about a tire. Thought he might have a little vibration, but you know, they told him just keep doing what he's doing. Backing off early is not hurting him. He could back off a little bit earlier and it wouldn't hurt him.
Well, when the car goes to the tight side, as Harvick's has, does that right front tire become your first concern?
Well, I think what's a big concern for him, he runs the center off so hard under power that it puts a lot of pressure on that right front tire.
Well, let's hear if Kurt Busch's ride right now is any different.
Backing his pace off, I believe, the 4 is. Yeah, I think he is too. Looks like he's lifting early, so they just pass that on to him.
Let's see. He's seeing and hearing the same thing we are.
Yeah, all I know is looking at the scoring monitor, which we watch very closely. I mean, yeah, 1 lap Kurt Busch will be a 10th quicker. The next lap Kevin Harvick will be a 10th quicker.
That's why I say there, he can back off a little bit more. It's not going to hurt him that much because nobody's gaining on him. Kevin Harvick we're talking about.
26 laps to go. Larry, got to ask you once again. You are sure we have enough Sunoco race fuel to go the distance?
I do, because since they pitted, Mike, I know they pitted with 83 laps to go. We've had 9 cautions laps. The rule of thumb is 2 cautions to 1 green, and I feel like they can even save more under caution than just figuring the normal equation. So I do believe that all of these leaders can go to the end.
Yeah, when this gets interesting, if it happens, if we have a caution inside of 20 laps to go, that's when it gets interesting. Do I stay out? Do I come in? Do I get 2? What do I do?
Well, especially with 25 drivers on the lead lap.
Exactly.
That even adds another factor.
So they've run 58 laps on this tank of fuel. They'll have to go to a total of 83, and that will include at least 9 caution laps. Okay?
And we historically, I think we've only had one green-white checker here in quite some time, if I remember right.
Of our 10 spring races 2 years ago in 2013.
Yellow.
Stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low.
Front straightaway, Tony Stewart.
Look at Rodney.
Oh, not happy about that.
I'm telling you.
Didn't need that one.
That's pretty wadded up right there. Now what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do, Rodney?
Larry won't ask you about gas anymore, but now what do we do?
Well, we've been 55 laps since
fuel. Get your tires cooled off.
Since the last restart where they actually put tires on. I just feel like if you're in the top 8 to 10, especially Brad Keselowski, I think you have to stay out. I just heard Rodney Childers tell Kevin Harvick, save me some fuel, which tells me they're staying out.
What you're praying is I'm going to stay out, and I hope a whole lot of other people do too.
Ooh, looks like Tony Stewart lost a right front tire, Darrell. That car just shot up and into the wall off turn 4.
I think that Sam Hornish had got a little piece of that action too.
Pit road is open. And look who's coming. Second place, Kurt Busch.
This is your worst nightmare. If everybody behind you comes, you're sitting duck. But if a bunch stay out, if some will stay out with you, you're not in too bad a shape.
Chris?
Kurt Busch telling his crew he needed right side tires. He's just abused the right front way too much. The car too tight entering the corner and then too loose exiting the corner. So we see 2 tires on the 41. Matt?
And the 24 of Jeff Gordon. He said that his car was, if anything, tight through the center of the corner. They were going to go right side tires only. Meanwhile, Joey Logano, we discussed his issues earlier. His call from Todd Gordon, 4 tires for the 22.
I like that call for Kurt Busch because it was clear he was not going to catch Kevin Harvick with the setup he had under him at that moment.
But I think the problem is we had at least 9 drivers stay out, and we're only going to have about 20 laps to go. I think that's a saving grace for Kevin Harvick and even Jamie McMurray, Ryan Newman, all those at the front.
Yeah, and as long as I look back and everybody, you know, if they've way back behind me pitted, I'm okay with that. As long as I got a cushion, and now he has a pretty good cushion, Kevin Harvick does. Kurt should have stayed out. I think he could have run second with what he had.
But guess who's running 5th? Brad Keselowski in that 2 car that we know has the freshest left side tires.
That could be a problem for Kevin Harvick. That guy right there could be the problem.
Darrell, I understand your explanation of strategy, but will second get you into the chase?
If you're, no, it won't. But right now, what Kurt Busch needs is a solid performance today. Coming back, get a nice run. He's had a great weekend. Get a top 5 finish, a top 2 if he could, and walk out of here with your head held up.
Now what we're seeing right now is that Kurt Busch will restart 10th, the first of the cars that pitted under this caution. 21 laps to go. Here are 3 things you need to know. Chris Neville.
Well, Kurt Busch obviously not happy he had to come to pit lane. Lots of debate about that. The team talking about everybody else that was staying out, but Kurt saying, hey, I just can't do anything with the right front. So they said, we're bringing you in here, hopefully give you something to fight with. Jamie?
What a day for Jimmy Johnson. Has had run-ins and contact in the left front 2 times today, including the first lap, and now he's fought his way back. He's up to 14th now. There's no give up in this team. They just pitted for right sides only. Matt?
One driver who thought he'd have a shot for at least a strong top 10 finish today, that's Dale Earnhardt Jr. You can see what's left of the 88. He climbed as high as 8th, and then a loose condition, he wore out his right rear tire. He said that the team just had a balance issue. Goodyear brought a great tire. He hopes they bring it back, but on lap 181, it went away, and he caught the fence. Tough break for Junior, but he's got some great tracks coming up, especially Martinsville, chasing another clock coming up.
And those are 3 things you need to know. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will finish 43rd today. Now, a couple of drivers gain positions here because of everybody stopping. That will move Matt Kenseth up to 7th, Paul Menard to 8th, Martin Truex to 9th, because the cars behind them all pitted.
And they could be sitting ducks with those drivers with 2 fresh tires. That was 3 things you need to know, Mike. I know one thing you better do. Pay close attention to this restart. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I'm not so sure now that we won't have another caution, or maybe 2. We have not had the big crash on a restart, and that's historically happens here at least once.
19 laps to go. Fox Sports has you covered with our daily NASCAR At the Buzzer digital video updates. At the Buzzer will bring you the latest each week, from pit road to the checkered flag, everything in between. Don't miss a lap and watch today at facebook.com/thebuzzer.
Now, all those drivers that pitted, they're saying, for the love of Pete, please get these jet dryers off this racetrack and let's go back racing. We need all the laps we can get here.
I'm just saying, I'd be throwing out my gloves, anything I could, water bottles, anything I could find to keep this caution as long as we can.
Well, we've only had 3 leaders, and all 3 are in play to still win this race with 19 laps to go. When we started, remember Harvick, the pole sitter, but past Joey Logano jumped out in front and led most of the laps early. Harvick joining the 1,000 lap club here at Phoenix Raceway. In fact, Harvick has led them laps for the 3rd straight race. Brad Keselowski moved into the lead. He led 52 laps. Logano 35. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with the tire problem.
Yeah, he said he was laying on the right rear and just heated it up. It finally gave up on him, and you can see pretty serious damage to the Nationwide car.
He had 4 straight top 10 finishes here in Phoenix. Then Tony Stewart had some problems trying to get his car back on the track, bringing out another caution moments ago and getting ready for the restart with 18 to go. Mike?
Thanks, Chris. Sam Hornish's car pushed off track and out of the event with 18 laps to go. When we get this restart, we're going to have 26 cars on the lead lap. Cole Witt got the free pass, and the first 9 don't have fresh tires.
Okay, and that's problematic for one reason coming to get this restart. With hot, old tires, you pick up a lot of debris. You get wheel spin here. I've seen it time and time again. You get run over from the back. So you got to clean those tires up and be ready to go, because this could be a tense restart.
You've got what you've got, and you've got 17 laps left to race. Green flag, McMurray, Harvick out front.
And that may be the best restart that Ryan Newman in that 31 has had all day long.
From 9th, Kurt Busch trying to move up, dropping under Menard and trying to put himself up into the top 7. They're side by side for the lead. Harvick out front.
I think his desperation.
Trouble, turn 4, Patrick around. Caution.
Couple more to come by us. Get to the flat. Come on pit road.
Cautions.
Breed cautions. Boy, what an up and down day for Stewart Haas. 2 cars out in front. 1 car wrecked. Now Danica Patrick in trouble.
See Danica way back there. Let's see what happens. 18's down on the apron. David Reagan, 18, came up off the apron and got into the left rear. Danica and center spinning.
Riding with Trevor Bayne.
Still there. Plenty of time here, but check up, down. Woo. Yellow.
I like a spotter that goes, whoop. Close.
You know what I was about to say about the time that happened? I think we'll see more and more drivers using that apron area over there on the backstretch now.
Yeah.
Now Greg Biffle gets the free pass, but here's what has changed. Now the first 6 drivers are on old tires, and we get ready to restart in a lap and a half. Back through Brad Keselowski from Kurt Busch has much fresher tires in 7th. And then there's next week.
Next week, the best drivers in the world will battle for the top spot.
It's a destination unlike any other in racing. It takes determination, stamina, and most of all, guts.
And it's all happening next week? Next week? Only on Fox.
Be in Fontana, California next week, but first, we've got to finish this one off. 14 laps to go at the line on worn tires. Harvick, McMurray, Kane, Newman, Larson, Keselowski. Kurt Busch on fresh tires. Then Paul Menard, Martin Truex, and Matt Kenseth. Then from 11th on back, everybody else who got fresh tires just 8 laps ago.
You know what else I see in the top 5 behind Harvick? Remember before the green flag, we talked about drivers with long winless streaks. I see 2 of them there. I see Ryan Newman, I see Jamie McMurray. Think about Casey Kane, only 1 win last year. And how about that 42 of Kyle Larson, still looking for his first Sprint Cup Series win.
Yeah, I think the saving grace for Kevin all along has been the cushion he has between guys with a little bit better tires than he has. It's so hard to make a lot of passes here. The cars get so wadded up off turn 2 over there. You're going to have to go to that apron. You're going to have to cut that dog leg if you're going to make any time right now.
Take chances.
You're going to have to hang it all out.
So, Larry, what you're telling me, you're going to put 8 cars under a blanket and see which one comes out first.
It looks like to me it's going to be a little mini restrictor plate race here.
Not going to go here. One to go at the line.
Now they've got to get the 16 in line and caught up now. So we'll add 1 more caution lap to get him lined up as the last car on the lead lap. We're in the midst of the Fox NASCAR West Coast Swing. Beginning at Las Vegas, where Kevin Harvick broke through, and here at Phoenix, where he scored his first pole at this racetrack. Next Sunday, Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California.
Looks to me like a West Coast guy is trying to run the sweep on us. Trying to do the trifecta.
3 completely different type of racetracks, though.
So come join us in Southern California next week.
I know one thing. I believe the weatherman's liking this West Coast swing.
I know I am.
Ready for the restart. It will be 12 laps to go. Harvick, McMurray, Newman, Kane, Keselowski, Larson on worn tires, along with Menard. Kurt Busch in 8th place. The 41 is the first car with those fresh tires. Toyota Camry pace car to pit road. Will this be the last restart of the day? Green flag.
McMurray gets a nice restart. He did last time. Harvick's got that outside little momentum. He does not want that car to slide, up in front of him. Woo, that's tight right there coming off turn 2.
What a run Harvick got off to, though. McMurray could not close him off, and it may cost him the lead.
He's hanging with him, but Kevin, was this the same identical restart we saw last time? And you can see cars back behind these guys. They're all over the racetrack, on the apron, up in the loose stuff, fighting for every spot they can get.
Kurt Busch to the inside of Paul Menard after a little bit of contact. Here comes Truex.
Here we go, down on that flat.
They lost their momentum, and Truex took advantage.
He got by 2 cars right there. Martin Truex did in the 78. Can he hold it? Oh, he washed up.
Yeah, I think he drove it in so deep he just couldn't make it turn in the middle of the corner, Darrell.
Yeah, he didn't have the grip to make it stick, but he tried it.
Like a young fella told me last week, if you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Watch Keselowski in a 2 car on the apron, getting by Kane in a 5 car to take over the 4 spot. Or did he? Fighting back on the outside.
Yeah, Keselowski is a man on a mission right now. We'll be coming to 9 to go.
It just seems like it takes too long for 4 tires, for fresh tires to really come in. We just don't have that many laps left in the race.
Kurt Busch battling Kyle Larson side by side. And this is for 6th place. Darrell Busch is not going to make it back to the front, but what a drive he's had today.
No, I agree, Mike, and quite honestly, that's all he needed to do today, I felt like. Just come in here, have a respectable day, and go home and build on that.
Today's 5-hour energy big move of the race is Kevin Harvick holding off the charge of Jamie McMurray on this restart. McMurray had the advantage, but just could not quite slide up in front of Harvick. And there's the big move. Harv on the outside to retake the lead.
Yeah, and I think any issue that Kevin might have been having with that right front tire, riding around, cooling it off, that really helped him at the end of this race.
is a battle for back in the 13th, 14th, 15th spot. You're riding right now with Clint Boyer, who's in the 17th place in his 15 car.
And that's a great, the 17th, that's not anything to brag about, but when you've been where he's been today, that's pretty amazing.
Martin Truex coming back against Kyle Larson.
Truex trying to get him another top 10, which would be also a great accomplishment considering the trouble he's had today. Ran good early in the race, had a trouble in the pits, got behind, and here he is fighting back.
Yeah, Martin Truex Jr., if he can close this deal, starts the season with 4 consecutive top 10s.
Running 8th. Pretty solid day for the 1 car. Jamie McMurray running 2nd here behind Kevin Harvick and also Newman in the 31 and Casey Kane in the 5. Something really positive for these guys today.
If you want to see what 100% looks like, just watch Kurt Busch in that 41 car. He slid that thing off turn 4 on the outside and just took that 5th spot away from Keselowski in the 2.
It's a statement race for Kurt Busch, back up into the top 5 from suspension to redemption. Going to be a good day. And here come the Hendrick cars. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, 9th and 10th.
Battling hard, and that 48's been a lot of battles today. And now he's ended up here late in the race with his teammate in a battle.
He's been in battles on the racetrack and on
pit road.
Joey Logano in that 22 car fighting back with 4 fresh tires. Right now just outside the top 10.
Kind of caught in a trap right there in a box. Can't get out behind the 24 or the 48. Kevin Harvick right now is holding his breath. Just make one more turn. Let me get to that white flag, and then you can do what you want to do.
Johnson, Gordon, Logano, all over one another, battling for points and positions with 1 lap to go. And Kevin Harvick out in front of Jamie McMurray by 1.2 seconds.
And here's great news for Kevin Harvick, and here's even better news for Kevin Harvick. When we come back here in the fall, this could be the race that gets him back in the chase again.
Harvick is the opener and the closer, winning at Phoenix from the pole. Joey Logano shoots past Johnson and Gordon and the 42 of Larson on the last lap. Finish
Thank you, everybody.
A hard-fought 5th for Kurt Busch.
Well, on the West Coast swing, that's 2 down and 1 to go.
That man right there, he is the king of burnouts.
He's the king of Phoenix, too, brother. I can tell you that. Was that 4 in a row now? Let's see if he can do the California 3-step here. He's going to thank his team, and he should. What a day.
30th career win for Kevin, coming in his 506th career start. 4th time in his year he's gone back-to-back and has now won 3 of the last 6.
That makes me dizzy. He spins around so fast.
Sunoco fueling victories for Kevin Harvick.
Hell yeah, buddy. Burn them down.
Last time a driver started the season with 4 straight top 2 finishes. Richard Petty in 1974. Harvick International Speedway's all-time winner right there.
The CampingWorld.com 500 post-race show. Glad you're watching live from Phoenix International Raceway. Chris Myers, Michael Waltrip here, and Kevin Harvick. He was the first repeat winner last year, and he's the first repeat winner this year. Look at the burnout. The car takes more abuse here than it did the entire race. He dominated to edge out Jamie McMurray. Let's check in with Jamie Little, who is with Kurt Busch, his first race of 2015.
That's right, his first race, and he brings it home fifth. Kurt, what does this performance mean to you personally?
Well, it means I've got a strong team, and personally it's great to get back to them and produce a result like this on our first day back. You know, it's a quality car, Haas Automation and Gene Haas, everybody that's there. I'm going to visit the headquarters this week, and I can't thank them enough for believing in me. And all of this, the truth will be shown later on, but you know, the way that we raced today, it was with heart, and I thought there would have been enough goodwill in the bank to try to bring home a win, but Kevin's tough. Congratulations to my teammate Kevin Harvick for winning. We had a great day. I mean, to run up there, almost lead a lap, I was just too loose on restarts and couldn't quite capitalize on some of those positions that I needed to gain early in a run. But thanks again to Haas Automation, Monster Energy, Mobile One, Rush Truck Centers, State Water Heaters, everybody that's part of our team, Chevrolet, and the whole group at Stewart Haas. Thank you.
Nice job, Kurt Busch. Let's go over to Chris.
Well, after a tough start to the year, Jamie McMurray finally has some momentum behind him. Jamie, what a great run today.
Yeah, really good day for us, Cessna McDonald Chevy. We ran, 5th to 8th all day long. Matt McCall made a really good decision at the end to stay out, got us on the front row, and then that was a fun battle with Kevin. Those are the kinds you wish you could do over again, because I would have slid up earlier. It's similar to plate racing with the engine package we have now, where if you don't get the guy cleared, he can kind of stall you out a little bit. And I saw Kevin coming, and I thought I could slide up in front of him, but I also knew it was for the win and that we would probably wreck there. But good team effort, great pit stops all day. Our team is as good or better than where we left last year, and that's a great feeling.
Jamie Mack gets his best finish at Phoenix. Over to Victory Lane with Matt Yoakum.
Seven straight races, 7 finishes of second or better. You had 4 guys around you, either alongside or in your mirror, who hadn't won in a long time. Was that the power move with authority there coming off of turn 2?
Well, the restarts were just really slippery, and I learned that in the race yesterday, that you had to really maintain your entrance speed and really slide the thing through the center of the corner to try to help keep it pointed up off. But I just want to thank the fans. This is a really special place, all of these West Coast races for us to win. Tony, Gene, everybody at Sprint, Hendrick Engine and Chassis Shop, Jimmy John's, Budweiser, Outback, Chevrolet, Mobile One, Dytek, Hunt Brothers, and everybody who helps us on this car, and everybody at SHR for, man, these things are incredible, and they're just really fun to drive.
Second straight year, you're the first repeat winner, and you said there would not be any championship hangover this year. You guys still kept building, and you hadn't peaked yet.
Well, I think when you look at the start of this year, we know each other so much better. We have, a lot of things different than what we had last year, and we had that experience of everything that we did to race for the championship. So I just feel like the bond between this team is really special. Rodney Childers and myself and the engineers, and everybody gets along so good, and it's almost scary how well things are going, and you don't want to talk about it too much because you want it to keep going, but just really proud and love these guys on this team and everything that they do.
And by the way, the little guy over his shoulder, he predicted earlier today he'd be number 1.
4 straight wins here in Phoenix. The last driver to win 4 straight at the same track, that hasn't happened since 2004, 2005 when Jimmy Johnson did it in Charlotte. But today, Kevin Harvick in Phoenix. We'll have more in a moment.